strip club.
Dude, I'm not gonna come down on you as like boss or anything,
pervert.
but if you keep sucking on this mint, it's the grossest sound.
What killed me for that?
Hey guys, Forehead Fables here, and we decided we're gonna take another stab at that whole having you guys contribute engagement, audience retention, audience engagement. That's what this business is about. Okay,
keeping the patrons happy,
keeping them happy. Now, first we tried to do it with having you guys on for therapy. Some could argue bad idea. Not the greatest idea.
A little sad.
Little sad, yeah.
For therapy, a little real.
Yeah, we didn't.
Kind of our fault, though, for thinking it would be funny.
Yeah, we thought everybody's lives were whimsical and funny like ours. Turns out some of them suck.
Yeah,
especially the ones that need therapy. So we...
It's like a weird Venn diagram, yeah. Did not know that until then, so good to know now that
was a reality
that therapy
check.
Are sad.
It's rough out there for some of y'all. Okay, this time we said, how about we have this service where you guys can send in messages?
You filled that mailbox really quick. Thanks, guys.
Anyways, how do you want to? You just want to get right into it?
I'm excited. I bet they've got good stories. They've got good tips on how to make the podcast better. It's going to fill a lot of time.
I also, by the way, we primed them with a question. If you were a billionaire, what kind of crazy shit would you get up to? And so you guys send in some messages.
Find out. Let's see what they said.
All right.
First speaker.
Sam with glasses is fat. And the other Sam looks like Fat Sam if he was gay.
Okay.
Thanks for writing in, Mr. Bad at Words.
Okay. Well, it's okay. And then are we supposed to? How does this podcast format work? Do we then talk? We don't have to talk about that one.
That was a flub.
The next one is.
That was a flub.
Maybe we'll talk about the next one.
Yeah.
Welcome up, number 2.
This one's from Ethan. Writing into. Oh, I thought it said from.
I like that name.
I thought it said he was writing in from Forehead Fables.
It's a good name.
He's writing in to Forehead Fables.
Why the fuck are you having me record this shit? Why can't I just type it? Fuck you.
Okay, valid criticism there for Ethan. Thank you. Thank you for writing in.
A lot of people did type theirs. Maybe if we run out of time, we'll read some of those.
Yeah.
But, okay, Ethan, thanks, man.
Thank you. Thank you for writing in.
Okay, well, is there a third one or is that it?
You're gay. Give me freaking access to the next episode.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit one of the longer ones over here.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll do this guy. Mr. Sam In. No. You know what?
Salmon.
Sam In wrote in a million times. When this guy, Crazy Jack.
Let's hear one from him then. He writes a million, you get one.
I just see so many. I'm just gonna start with him later. We're gonna do Crazy Jack.
Crazy Jack. Crazy Frog.
This is the audition to replace Bryan, so I'm here. So I'll just go ahead and post my submission. Okay, how was that? Is that pretty good? Okay, I got another one. Okay, how was that? All right, anyways. I think I can be Bryan 2.0. I think it's an easy win for everyone involved. Just keep me posted. I already know I'm going to get the position, so just go ahead and email me with the credentials and everything.
You know what? I think that guy
pitch.
He has what it takes.
Good pitch.
Yeah, it's a good pitch.
I should start writing down some of the better ones and get their emails so I can start sending them proposals.
That was
pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
That was a really tight commentary on kind of a funny little joke about Bryan.
And it's also hard.
It was that one wasn't at our expense, which I liked.
That's also
the first couple.
The first couple stung a little bit.
Yeah, that one, the first couple kind of took the wind beneath my wings and kind of sucked it in, but that guy blew it all out. I really like that guy.
I'll send that one. I'll send that to Brian.
Yeah, send
that one to Brian. He'll like that.
Yeah, folder for ones to give to Brian. Okay, so we've already filled about 7 minutes of podcast. Let's hear what we got up next.
This one I believe is for you, considering the title of it. Here you go.
What's it? Okay.
This is Malachi out of Tennessee, and if I was a cartoonish billionaire or a billionaire of any sort, I think I would better society by I'd create a commercial version of the medieval torture device, the rack, because anytime I work out or do anything involving my back, I feel like I need to be elongated to fix that, and because I feel like I lose height, and it also just hurts and sucks. And also, Poob, I would like to say I looked it up. There's 40,000 Malachis in the United States, and I'm sorry that you dealt with the one piece of shit who was an asshole. Fuck him.
I thought just based off the title.
I thought that,
yeah.
That name. I thought it, I said, Malachi, that sounds familiar. The fat kid at the donut store or whatever. Yeah, I remember now. And I went to school with a Malachi that was a piece of shit. But I'm glad that this is a good Malachi that would bring back torture. And the rack, I'm assuming just from the descriptions, that thing that stretches, pulls you.
Now, as a prior owner to the teeter hang-ups, which is the classic device where you stand in it and then it flips you upside down, the downside of the teeter hang-ups is that it's a brutal race between decompressing your back and it being very uncomfortable that all the blood's rushing to your head. Now, the rack...
Does some of the blood go to your penis on the way? I just have to ask.
Maybe like a little bit, just a tiny bit.
Very interesting.
But not a lot.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. When you're upside down, blood's rushing to your head. Your legs get a little bit tingly. When you flip back, the blood comes rushing back down. Right into your penis. So on the return trip, you get a little bit of the penis pump going on.
You get about 5 minutes of Abby time.
Yeah. I go, honey, I'm getting on the teeter hang-ups. You go lay down on the bed and get ready for me.
Now, was the rack something that, in my mind, it would be a flat thing you'd lay on?
Yeah, it's just a table.
Blood would go to your penis.
Yeah.
Is that true?
That's true. It's just a table where they stretch you with ropes.
I do get the appeal of like just a little.
Yeah.
Just enough to start feeling... Because
like the beginning of a torture.
Posture. I could use just a touch of the rack. Yeah,
it's some serious. So
I could use just a bit. Would be awesome. And also, the word "the rack" makes me think of boobs, which is
pretty cool.
Also gets blood going to my penis. You know what I'm talking about? 2 racks to get it going. Boom. Thanks, Malachi.
Yeah, thanks for writing in. Hey, this one's from
thanks
Sterling.
For not calling us gay.
Yeah, thanks for not calling us gay.
Beautiful name.
Or me fat.
Yeah.
All right. This is something I've been thinking about for probably a few months now. Actually, ever since my friend mortgaged a house and he had to remodel it with the goal of essentially removing all the popcorn texture on his ceiling, which apparently is a lot harder moving that popcorn ceiling than it is to put it up. Like, Amazon literally sells cans of popcorn ceiling spray that you could re-popcorn your surfaces in minutes. So since these people are like the bourgeoisie, the essential goal would be to have like a mobile hit squad, which would break into these homes of all these homeowners and re-popcorn every single surface. I'm talking countertops, the inside of the refrigerator, oven, shower curtains, their toothbrush got left out, re-popcorn it. Yeah. Inside of their coffee mugs, what have you. I even want their air vents re-popcorned. Re-popcorn every single bit of it.
My grandfather actually was like a popcorn ceiling fanatic. And he missed that. Like now, like popcorn ceiling is regarded as like the worst fucking thing in the world. And everybody wants to get rid of it.
It's like carpet in the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's just disgusting.
I remember him having multiple cans of the popcorn spray, and he was like a master of like re-popcorning stuff. He's like, oh, you need that shit popcorn, dude? I'm your guy.
In my day, popcorn spray was called butter at the AMC theater. Okay, brother. Yeah, I mean that's pretty evil. Yeah, I don't like the sounds of that. Let's not give that guy $1 billion. Maybe that's like the comments we could make. I would not give that guy $1 billion, or I would give that guy $1 billion. We can interact with their interaction. Thanks, man.
That is
I
the
would not
fucking
do
beauty.
that.
Yeah.
I would not like that. That is evil.
Yeah, bad use of being a billionaire. Wouldn't vote for that guy.
You're evil, even though we asked for that. But
all right, Sam from California, breaking the illusion. Girl for a studio audience, go.
Hello. So if you're in a situation with your baby and it's like a quiet place where if the baby makes noise, everyone is dead.
Did I just hear a baby in the background?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Or a kitten.
Might make more sense to not have the baby. But if you're in a situation where it's like survival of food and starvation, do you keep the baby because the babies are not that much resource usage? You see what I'm saying?
I actually did not catch on to what they were saying because I was listening for that baby in the background.
Yeah.
What was the?
I think
I might need a replay. What was the point?
The point was, if you need a baby to be quiet, are you going to smother it? Or are you going to?
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Well, I've thought about. Okay, listen, and this is not an insane thing to think, but I've thought before. What if a home intruder breaks into my house and my dog starts, yapping like he's in here?
Yeah,
he's in here. Can I fashion a ball gag quick enough, or am I going to have to shoot him first, shoot the intruder second? It is, it's a real thought that you have to have. So,
having a family, having kids,
I'm not a homeowner, but yeah,
an insane liability. It's a liability.
It's weakness.
It's weakness.
They grab one of them, they've got a gun to their head. Now you're what? Now,
okay, because
my ears down.
My thought process is if I hear a window break, I'm getting a gun and I'm turning off the lights to the room, and I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that door to open, and I'm letting it rip. Okay, that's my process. Very much
Sam Fisher. Very quickly.
I'm just like, if I don't move, he doesn't know where I am, and then the second I hear movement, boom, it's over.
Yeah,
But
bird shot
with kids. If
everything.
I hear glass break, I have to be on the offense. I have to be like, run to the defense of my kids.
You also need to be like, what if my kid broke that glass?
Yeah. Which sucks.
If they dropped what do kids play with, a baby bottle into a glass?
Yeah.
It could happen.
Or even
what if they have a glass baby bottle?
In the event of an apocalypse or something like that, the people with families, you're fucked. It's
the guy at the end of The Mist did it right. Kill all the people you love.
Yep.
Now you can survive. That's how I took it. He's like, these people are all weakness. Bam, 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 bam.
And then he walks out.
And he's like, I wish I could, but I'm actually strong enough. I'm not
a pussy. I'm not going to kill myself.
And then he joins the army or something.
I think that's the end of the movie.
I watched that movie a very long time ago, but he signs up for the army or something. They're there right away.
There's two paths a middle-aged man takes in life. They either come to idolize American Beauty. The man's stuck in his marriage.
I've not seen that.
You haven't seen American Beauty?
How many times will I have to say this?
Great movie. It's the purest midlife crisis movie there is. And then on the other side, there's The Mist, where the guy gets rid of all the weight in his life and walks out and becomes what he really wants to be. G.I. Joe.
Army.
Or sniper or whatever.
Yeah.
Spec Ops.
Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
He puts on the helmet at the end. He goes, I take a vow of silence. The mist is cleared. The old me's dead.
Yep.
I fucking love G.I. Joe. Storm Shadow.
You know what's funny is
I could keep going, but I won't.
The army heard him do it. They're 20 feet away. They're not.
What the hell was that?
We saw the muzzle flashes through the mist, dude. We know what you did.
And then he's just crying on the ground.
Yeah.
I'd be like, this guy just...
Yeah, that fucking stinks for him for sure.
You've got GI material, Joe. Yeah. Okay, join up with us here now. I could name more of them, but I won't. I could bore you all day. I can name the whole cast.
All right, this one's from Xavier.
Duke. Okay. Xavier.
As a cartoonish billionaire,
Ooh, a little accent. Hell yeah.
I can tell he's got a twirled mustache in this voice. Yeah, very cool.
I would fill every semen bank with my semen. And
Works way better in the voice. Bravo, Xavier. Works way better with the voice. Very cool already. I'd give this guy $1 billion. Yes. Yes. 1,000 times yes. 1 billion times yes, Xavier. You've done it. Bravo. You found the basis form of make us laugh. I would get cum everywhere. Very funny.
I would replace all the cum and sperm banks with my cum.
Bravo, dear boy. Incredible stuff. So,
yeah.
Does he have further plans for it?
No, that's it, dude.
That can't be it. That's it? I thought you paused it.
Oh man, Xavier, you need that $1 billion. That's good shit.
Yeah, we'll scrounge that shit together. Oh my god.
Hi, Spoopy Ghosty here. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I hope you're doing well, Sam and Poob. Anyway, I just wanted to find out, would you rather get fucked by one life-size Frankenstein for 1 hour, or have to fuck 25 mini Frankensteins? To climax, of course. Anyway, thanks guys. Kisses.
So, let me do the math here. 25 minutes of banging little Frankensteins, or get banged by one Frankenstein for an hour.
You missed out on the crucial information here is what's Frankenstein packing? And also, is he using lube?
He's drastically overestimated how long it takes me to come.
Yeah. I can be drained after the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, because that refractory period's pretty long. A couple days.
I'm in my 30s now, dude.
Yeah. Fuck till I come? Can I use medicine? Yeah. No? Okay, well.
Yeah, are stimulants allowed?
Yeah. Can I have some Schneeberg?
Yeah, can I?
Mayhaps? Can I suck on my thumb after I've dipped it in whiskey? No.
That's the problem with these hypotheticals, because in order for them to get really good, you do have to there's further questions that have to go on.
I remember when Brian used to do RIP the hypotheticals. I just think it's so funny to ask like a million questions to the point where whoever asks it gets pissed off. They're like, oh my god, fuck, fine, like yeah.
No, that's the beauty of it.
But yeah, it's a teardown because
then
it's kind of on you for not preparing.
Yeah, a little bit. And
I think I would
rather fuck the little ones, the little Frankenstein.
I think I'd like to get, and this is, I'm just saying, getting fucked by the big one for an hour, I could scroll on TikTok. I'm assuming he's behind me.
See, the problem is after an hour, I feel like there's going to be some sort of doctor's visit that's going to happen. Because this is Frankenstein. I'm assuming he is
also,
aggressive.
It begs the question: Frankenstein's what, like 7 feet tall?
Yeah.
How big's a mini Frankenstein? 4 feet tall? 1 feet tall? I mean, there's 1,000 questions I have. That is kind of the problem with they record these messages beforehand. We can't ask them on the fly.
Isn't Frankenstein like put together from dead people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Famously.
I don't want that in my ass, really.
But you want yours in that ass?
I can hold up a magazine or something. I can scroll.
Well, see, that's what I'm thinking is he's got me from behind. I'm just going, whoa, this poop is going backwards and really big, and it's taking forever. And then I just kind of zone out. This poop is
choking me from behind and grabbing my poop.
This poop is pulling my hair and spanking me. Okay, that's not the first time that the poop's done that.
Yeah.
And I'm just reading, articles on Business Insider and furthering my knowledge. And by the end of an hour, I've learned 1,000 things.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna use it as a learning experience, what's keeping you from taking fucking the Financial Times over there to each of those 25 minutes?
Because each of those 25 mini Frankensteins I got to bang, I'm thinking they're in a line.
Oh, one after another? I thought it was just okay, like.
What, I've got a year to bang 20? Yeah, if that's the option, sure. I'll take 20 years to bang 25
Because then you get to do it when you're feeling freaky. You know,
Yeah.
when you're in the mood for banging a little Frankenstein.
When I've watched a provocative film or seen a TikTok of a twerk video, and then I go, Frankenstein.
Let's do it.
Right here.
6 beers in.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah, I'd get slammered.
Abby has a
bend
headache.
over.
Come here, little Frankenstein.
I'm gonna make you my Frankenstein by the time. You know, I'm gonna probably tear you out. But and are you allowed? Nah, I don't wanna. Are you allowed to like jerk them off and stuff, or do you have to bang them, or like is it? It's till you come. So could they give me blowjobs? Could I, put maybe a Michael Myers mask on them and bang them?
Yeah, who is this? As Poopy Ghosty? Yeah, there's a lot of questions here. Am I going to have to track these guys down? Are they willing? Is it
Sam would take the 25 little ones, I'll take the one big one, and that way everyone's happy.
Yeah.
And we'll make sure they're happy too. Happy meal.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Exactly. Oh, do you think they have like a... Okay.
Go to next now.
This one's from Mitch.
If I were an evil billionaire, I'd buy up all of the world's functioning lighters and replace them with non-functioning ones. So whenever someone flicked their little wheel, only the flint would spark, but no flame would come out.
Little Wayne lovers rejoice. Okay, that's going to be a tough life for a lot of people.
You're going to kill so many homeless people that are building fires and shit. You're going to kill so many like outdoorsmen that are at that in-between
level.
If
you're an outdoorsman bringing a lighter, you're a yuppie. Okay, what I do is I get 2 sticks and a little bit of string.
A little bit of string.
And
have you ever tried to make a fire with friction? It is insane.
No.
It seems so hard. I haven't done it either because it looks so hard.
No, why would I ever do that? Because my lighters work, but in this guy's world, I'm not going outside ever again.
If my lighters didn't work, I'd kill myself. Okay, those are my options.
I'm already running into, like, yesterday I went up there to Goblin Gas a little.
Yeah.
And 3 lighters in a row, all fresh out.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to freak out. Okay. I have to start getting into novelty antique lighter territory where I'm pulling out, things with kind of obscure lighting mechanisms. And they work, but now if none of those work too.
When you're trying to light a deep candle and one of these doesn't work,
Dude, I've got a fireplace. Well, let's be real, matches are still very much in play and would just kind of be the obvious answer. But for the point of the hypothetical, I'm going to assume I don't have access to matches either.
Yeah.
Now when I leave a big stinky poo-poo and my roommates are coming in, knocking, this world's not good for them because they don't light them when they're in there. I'm the only one.
Oh, that lights matches? You notice when you were over?
No, I light a candle.
Yeah, I put a candle on the back of your toilet.
That. I've got a bathroom candle too. Yeah, it's good to have.
It's usually not in there because I like my own stink. But if a friend's over,
I also love a loud fan because I don't like people hearing me poop. I don't like people hearing me pee. I'm a shy peer.
You kept using that fan, and it was.
I know you were pissed off.
Abby's like, why the? Well, because immediately.
Why do I use a fan? Because it's a feature in every bathroom.
Immediately above, I left you a poop candle. Why use the fan?
Oh, but you're 3 feet away on the other side of the wall listening. Does that candle going? Does that cover the sounds of me going?
No, but the fan messes it up when I'm over there with the stethoscope trying to listen to you grunt. Okay, no, my bathroom's immediately above it, and with that fan's on, it makes there's like a tile floor in there, and you hear it just go like, and Abby's like, "Why is the floor growling at me?" Okay, what's going on?
Because I'm not disgusting, even though I don't really know if fans do much. They do a lot for me.
Yeah, they do a little bit.
There's not okay. I forgot this wasn't a hypothetical. This is just what he would do with $1 billion. I would not give this guy $1 billion unless I were evil. Then I would. This is about how 99% of these will go. I don't like that. Oh, wait,
boys,
we asked you
I hope
for
you're
saying
right.
evil.
Just wondering if you could give me a little insight on something.
Frog.
My dad wears glasses, and you know the nib end of the glasses that goes around your ear, like the pointy bit. I've seen him a couple of times pick his ears with like that end of the glasses. And not only does he do that, but he also picks his nose with that same bit of the glasses. And well, like a real man, he also eats the bogies off of the end of the glasses. So it's got this earwax bogey fucking concoction that it's eating. I'm just wondering, am I cooked? Because like, he's doing all that, and then he gave birth to me. So like, am I like genetically defunct or something?
Not to take away from this, but I did absolutely just cancel my recording by pressing a button on my keyboard. But this one's now go installed, so don't worry. First off, gave me an idea for an awesome invention where the ends of your glasses have a little ear swab on them.
Yeah, those won't get fucking dirty in like one summer. Like one,
but also, like,
one
what's
day in
grosser, doing all that? Because sometimes I'm like, something's in there, and I get my ogre wax out, and then I go, something's in here, and I get that out. I don't eat them. Okay, first off, that's crazy.
I don't want to seem like I'm holier than thou or anything, but I go fucking knuckle deep on my nose. Okay, I get in.
Do you
there.
eat them?
No, I don't. I'm not an animal. Okay.
Okay.
I just burrow out the nose. I don't like eat them. No.
Who sent this in?
British guy, Herb.
Or herbs and spices, KFC.
Yeah, known for their herbs and spices.
I would say you are
probably cooked.
Fine.
No.
Oh.
No. This is
well. Why don't you go in first?
Yeah, this is not a environmental thing. Degeneracy of that level is definitely passed down, percolates through the genes. You're cooked. I'd give up at this point. And no, you do not deserve $1 billion. I don't think that
kill yourself. Okay. End your bloodline, so no more nose picking.
Yeah, starting argument, take out your dad first, then take yourself out. Second argument, no,
suicide.
You will not be getting $1 billion. I don't even think he mentioned $1 billion. I think he was just like, my dad eats his boogers. I think
he's scared.
Yeah.
And I think why I would say you're not cooked is I think that fear is a good sign of it's wrong.
Yeah. That's true.
Now,
that's true.
Are you going to be just like your dad? I would hope not. Am I just like my dad? A little. If I saw him eat a booger, would I say, hey, maybe I try that out? He's my dad. I don't think so. I think, Herb, it's going to really depend on what's in here. And if you're willing and able to, hold back.
Yeah.
And not eat those.
For the audio only listeners, he was pointing at his asshole.
Yeah, I was pointing right in and I showed my asshole.
Yeah.
And I pulled my pants down. Maybe go to the $10 tier. Okay. Yeah, and still edit it out unless you're $100 tier. No, I think you're fine. I am sorry that you have a dad that picks his nose and eats it, because if a friend catches on to that, if a friend sees that happen, you're cooked.
Yeah, you're gone.
Mean, that's pretty easy. That's pretty easy ammo for your enemies, as Sam, likes to say, and how Sam likes to think of the world.
Yeah.
So I see why he's telling you to kill yourself and your dad. I get where he's coming from. Would I tell you to do that?
Get rid of the ammo now.
I don't know.
Bomb the ammo depot, being your dad.
I'd say at minimum kill your dad, because that is a lot of ammo. That's a stockpile.
It's just so bad for your life in the long run if you let him live. Okay, that's what we're getting
at.
Any
future spouses are going to see that. They're going to think, well, he's the son of a nose-picking freak. Why wouldn't he be one?
Exactly.
So you need to probably, at minimum, cut communication.
Yeah. At maximum.
What's it? Maximum, kill him and yourself. But,
blow him up. Yeah, with a pressure cooker bomb or something.
What's your mom's situation like? I'm assuming she's out of the picture. She'd be saying something.
Put like some ricin poison in his nose, and if he does it again, it's technically a suicide.
Rice and poison? That's a little excessive. I would just do poison.
Yeah.
But
you get a beer.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay. Oh my God, you're back.
Yeah. Why?
I hate those moments. It's very intense. I just feel the eye of Sauron down my back, looking into me. Oh, this wine's gonna give me a beautiful hangover for that long drive to Louisville tomorrow.
I don't think I've ever
I get my car back tomorrow, guys. I know you've been worried, and then I'm gonna sell it and buy. I had a lot of good suggestions.
Corvette.
I've been told a classic Corvette. Yeah, I saw that comic. Classic Corvette. Might as well.
Yeah. What do you define as classic? What's your favorite body style?
Like
for
an
a
old
Corvette?
guy died in it. I don't know. My mom's old boyfriend had a Corvette convertible that was badass when I was a kid. Whatever he had exactly, so I can haunt my mother with the memories of the man that was so horrible to her. something like that, as long as my insurance doesn't go up a lot. Or maybe a Stingray.
Is that Stingray is the one with like you have like
honestly, I cannot emphasize enough that I know about 8 cars. Is it a Lamborghini? Is it a,
is it
Corolla?
the Italian job car?
Is it a VW bus?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a bug?
Is it the mystery machine?
Is it the mystery machine? Yeah. Do you like that? Do you think that could catch on?
The triple?
The triple, like, maybe it could mean a different thing than, like, not really. Maybe it means not really not. So it is, like, real.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, guys, comment below what you think this could mean.
For the audio listeners, he's once again showing his asshole.
Yeah,
he's just winking
I
it.
keep forgetting
like a
about the audio.
Going like that with it.
I can make it open to Frankenstein level, and that's something I've been able to do since I answered that.
Yep.
So, okay. Thanks a lot, Herb.
I would make a device that can change atoms and particles and change everyone's saliva particles into breast milk. So they taste breast milk for the rest of their life.
$1 billion. I'll give you $10 billion if I had it.
And
I'm going to tell you what.
Yeah, you tell him why.
Nah, I don't really want to get into it. What about you?
I'm assuming
I bet you've tasted breast milk before, you freak.
Yeah, I've tasted it from the tap. Are you kidding me?
I bet you've had some on-demand breast milk.
Yes.
I've never tried it. Not even when I was a baby. They wouldn't let me
I'm just
touch
going to
the
say
stuff.
it. I'm going to say it. As an adult male, that's one of the few things that it's a very short period of time that you have access to it. Try it. You might as well try it, okay? You don't want to be in your 40s going, man, I wish I would have fucking tried that. What if I loved it? What if I fucking loved it?
Do you ever get high on your own supply? Have you ever tasted the silly serum that drips?
What do you mean? What?
Cum. Have you ever eaten your cum?
Have I ever tried my own cum?
Yeah, have you ever tasted it? Because I got in an argument. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Curious. Comment below if you've ever tasted your own cum, because I got in an argument with a woman once where they're like, every guy's tried their own cum.
Yeah.
I said, that's not a thing. And then the more I ask, the more I'm shocked to find I might be on the outside, and I might be getting more curious by the minute.
Well, like women like finger bang themselves and suck on it. I mean,
yeah, but that's hot. When I, when I like finger her and then I say, suck on this, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now, if I come and she rakes it out and then flicks it into my mouth, sure, I'm going to open up. But would I just jerk off and then lick the napkin or something?
No.
Probably.
See, the problem is,
let's be clear. I know what cum tastes like because I read a really good description on a Reddit thread. And now I can imagine what it tastes like. And maybe sometimes you make out with a chick after she blows you and you get a hint.
Yeah, a hint of cum.
Just the doppel of greatness. But
it's
maybe sometimes my roommate just like shoots a fat load right in my mouth.
You're already fighting a pretty bad, not bad, but an image you don't want to have, which is
whatever. Any image is a good image, or whatever they say.
Everything but your sexuality in your life is pretty gay.
And that's tenuous at best. But yeah, okay, next caller.
Fuck, who was that? Oh, that was this guy. Okay, on.
Wait, who's the last caller? I feel
His
like
name
we
was
should
Brazen.
say their name. Brazen. Thanks for the brazen question, dude. That was a grody. Breast milk, get real.
Yeah. By the way, I never actually answered that. For the people out there, breast milk does not have the funk to it that cow's milk has, where it's like after.
Okay, very weird, because I love some whole milk.
No, whole milk I love too, but like.
You're saying unpasteurized, straight from the tit cow milk? Who drinks that?
No, I'm
not even farmers.
I'm saying that human milk tastes sweeter than cow's milk. If I had milk breath my entire life of cow's milk, I would want to kill myself.
See, that's interesting because when I was a kid, without access to McDonald's, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
For the audio listeners, I'm wearing a real Big Mac on my head. I cut a big hole in.
And he showed his asshole again.
And I showed my asshole again and a little bit of penis, and it was pretty awesome. I forgot where I was going after that side away about the hat and the other thing, so I default.
Okay. This one's from Steven.
Steve.
That evil billionaire thing, I'm thinking it'd be like Dan Helen from Squidbillies. Always coming up with something just evil and rotten. Especially that mutated chicken that leaks like blue cheese pus and it's covered in like 28 chicken wings. That thing looked pretty good. I'd eat that. I'd eat it. Looked nasty. Maybe without
like
the tumors.
Oh.
And the other thing, is Diet Laughter coming back?
No, it's not.
Whoa, wait. After we go to this convention where we find out, pro tips on D&D podcast, still no. But I like the initial setup of this guy just likes that show, and then he's mentioned this guy, and then he gave one example, but I don't really follow, but he wants a chicken that would leak blue cheese.
No,
I have 20 chicken wings on it. I like the idea. So,
recently
every year,
we were talking about how many
chickens die. Yeah.
70
billions
70
or
billion. 70
yeah,
billion
70
a year.
billion. Almost a lot.
Yeah. And it kind of makes me feel bad when I order like 50 chicken wings at a restaurant.
Or a Big Mac.
Yeah, but that's like hardly any meat went into that. But 50 chicken wings, how many chickens had to die for that to happen? Well, in this guy's Squidbilly world, probably 2 chickens, okay? But they have 25 wings each.
And can I say, I like the grandma from Squidbillies. When I was a kid, I thought she was funny.
But she's hanging on the walker.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that's
funny.
funny.
I do think Squidbillies is a good idea.
Yeah, Squidbillies rocks.
You've got that right, Steve. And I honestly almost don't think that's evil. I think that's a very generous way to have less chickens die. Maybe only 10 billion a year.
Yeah.
That have, at minimum 7 wings. So I think that would be, 2 wings per regular chicken. Okay. Listen, we're not going to get into the nitty gritty with this one, but I'd give you $1 billion.
For sure.
For an evil chicken. And it's got blue cheese, I think he said.
I'm not a big blue cheese fan.
Yeah, not a fan personally, but my mother is. So
yeah.
But she's also a vegetarian.
I think Stalt is. Are you on ranch or blue cheese side? What's your...
Me?
Yeah. If you had to pick like a white trash dipping.
Ranch.
Yeah, ranch. Okay.
I don't know if that's on a Big Mac, but I'm ranch till I die.
Mm-hmm.
Of ranch overdose. Come on.
Okay,
this is real.
This is good because Stalt is vehemently against ranch for some reason.
You like my mom, my awesome mom. I would be interested on her own, the kind of moral take on it's a chicken producing blue cheese. Can a vegetarian eat that cheese? I'd assume so because they're going to eat egg, but it's an evil chicken.
Wait, vegetarians can eat eggs?
Yeah, you're thinking vegan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Vegetarians can't eat eggs. It's like a baby chicken.
They're not fertilized.
Oh, it's like an embryo or whatever. Okay.
No, it's just
like a cluster of cells.
It's an egg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, non-fertilized. Yeah.
They don't eat, they don't pop them in there when there's a little baby chick in it. It actually took me until we owned chickens to know that eggs can be fertilized or not. I had no idea. I thought every egg, given enough time, even from the store, would turn into a real chicken.
How do you know if they're fertilized?
I used to sit on them. If there's a rooster putting his cum in them.
Okay.
So they just keep them all separate. They've got no rooster in the bunch, which I also found out the hard way because our favorite chicken originally, we said, wow, we're going to name this chicken Mean Chicken because he's very aggressive and he's very, he keeps all the other chickens in line. This is a really good hen. Turned out to be a rooster. We had to get rid of him so that we could keep eating their eggs. Eggs are kind of gross from just a standpoint of it comes right out of the chicken pussy or whatever and kind of just right into your mouth. And
that being said, you do have to appreciate the efficiency of birds where they have one hole and it does everything. They shit out of it. It's their pussy. They piss out of it.
I didn't know that was the thing. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's called a cloacal or something, or cloacal.
Cool. If I had $1 billion, I'd give women one hole so they would struggle less.
Yeah.
So they could just have it all go out one place.
Exactly.
They've got like 4 holes or something.
So,
like it's
so you could
way
shit
too
their
many.
period out. Yeah. So gross.
It all takes just toilet paper at that point, and they'd be really happy about that. So,
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Butch.
Came up with another like a semantics type type deal. It'd be called Moss Sam's because Sam spelled backwards is Moss, and Moss means more in that funny language,
Spanish.
and so it's like more Sam's, because there's more than one. There's 2 of you, and if you get someone like Mr. Hyde back on, then it'd be like there's Moss Sam's, there's 3 Sams, or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's actually a good idea for like maybe Eclipse Channel or something. Moss Sam's.
Moss Sam.
Yeah.
Sam Moss. There's a lot of, there's 2 different ways to play with that. That's actually really exciting to maybe delve into that, do some research.
You do like a rebrand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
The Brian Dyed show.
Let me keep wearing these really tight hats for a couple more months, and I'm gonna start growing that big ass forehead for you, so we can either rebrand or stay right in tow.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Who was that? Thanks, man.
That was Butch.
That's a good. Well, you know what? I'll write that down.
Yeah, write that one down. Let me scroll way down here and see. Let's see. This one's from Miles.
Oh, it looks crazy.
I've got a bit of a story for you boys.
Loud.
And then it's going to loop around with a question at the end, because I think your answer will be interesting.
Good.
So when I was a young man, I thought that women also had penises. And so, obviously, the first thing I did was I had my 3DS, which you could use a browser on because I didn't have a phone. And I would Google a girl with big penis. And for months, all I consumed was trans porn on the internet. And then one day, I realized that women did not have penises. And I remember being absolutely disgusted by a vagina. And eventually I came around to accepting what it was, but I was very confused. But the point of this story is to ask a question, because I think your answer might be interesting, Sam. I'll let you decide which Sam that is. Do you think that I would be a bisexual man today if I didn't accidentally consume trans porn for all of my childhood? Something to think about. Something to ponder.
That is
well said, sir. Well said.
That is funny though, discovering what a pussy is and going like,
Yeah. I feel like
where'd
the
your
first time I
cock go?
saw a pussy was blue waffle, and I was like, oh damn! Like, oh, they got some crazy funk going on down there.
Yeah. Okay, so my
I'll
first
let you take this one.
My first like exposure to what a vagina was there was this
being born.
Well, yeah. No, I was cesarean.
Blammo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I,
virgin.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
That's a gross.
Yeah, that's gross.
We used to say that in junior high. We'd be like, "Are you C-section? Oh, so you're a virgin?" Because it was a gross inside joke, but none of us had sex yet. So we'd be like, "Well, if you came out a pussy, technically, you don't want to get in the nitty gritty, but
your cock touched
your penis has touched it.
A pussy.
Yeah, you don't want to get into the nitty gritty. Okay, where that pussy came from, but you're not a virgin. And then if you're a C-section, you are.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on, and you have an insightful reply.
I had an insightful reply until you said that.
Sorry, I would have forgot if I didn't say it right then. Right. My turn now. Go now. I took half an Adderall earlier. Sorry, I've got to say it or I'll lose it, like that thing earlier or whatever.
What exactly did he fucking even say again?
I think he's I don't remember. I think he was he had a DS. Did you play Mario Kart on that or in PictoChat? That's my question. Wait, who asked this?
Miles? This is Miles.
Okay, bye.
Miles Davis.
Yeah.
Bye.
I think it's.
And then it's going to loop around with a question at the end because I think your answer will be.
Okay. Yeah.
The question was, would he be a bisexual man?
Oh, and what I was saying was, my first instance of seeing an up close and personal vagina was, we had like sex ed in like 4th grade or something, and they showed us for some reason the birthing of a child, and it's
beautiful and natural,
but they picked some insane pussy to it was just I had never seen a regular pussy, and so like seeing one just getting completely blown out by a baby, asshole covered in hemorrhoids, lots of hair going on.
Even the regular ones are really gross. So
they really should, as a starter, they should show you like, have you ever seen the subreddit called God Pussy? It's just like,
of course I haven't. No, I have never.
If you guys are pussy enjoyers, go look at r/God Pussy. Okay, you're gonna see some insanely good.
You're gonna go down a pipeline of like pussy tier lists if you go into that Reddit.
Just go see an insanely good looking pussy. Okay, there's some.
If you're on that Reddit, you take what pussy you can get. Okay, you don't look at these kinds of
see
God tier pussies.
Hey, in a perfect world, this is the kind of pussy I would get to have coitus.
That's what you said. In a perfect world, this is a pussy
I would have this pussy on me. Okay.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't blame you. Okay. I think naturally you're just like you're the only person you get to experience with or experiment with
you're
growing
a curious mind.
Yeah, curious mind. Do I think you're bisexual? Just because you jacked off to trans porn for half of your life? No. I think sexuality is a spectrum, and you're on the spectrum.
It's the Kinsey scale. Yeah. We're all on the spectrum.
I think, but this guy's really on the spectrum.
Yeah. Depends, Are you on the cool side of the spectrum?
Yeah.
Or not?
Or are you on the side of the spectrum where we give you a swirly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you on the cool side or are you on the straight side? Okay. What side are you on? Yeah, I've got nothing.
Yeah, me either. Here's one from Hayden.
Hey, Sam.
I don't know if you should say his whole name, but yeah, Hayden, thank you.
Yeah, my bad on that.
This is from
Hayden. Stolt's going to have a hell of an edit on this because I'm going to tell him, if it sucks, cut it out. This is going to be an edit.
For Stolt, that's 100% of the episode.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, live view of Stolt editing these. It's just him at his computer with a noose around his neck.
Fuck.
And he's got a grand piano on the other side of the rope, and he's just waiting to fucking release it and yank himself up to the ceiling. All right, this one's from Hayden.
Hey, Sam.
No last
Hayden
name.
Here. I actually met y'all at Creator Clash 2. Poob even liked and commented on my Instagram post. It made me feel very, very special. But I guess I just had a question, which was, would y'all ever consider doing another Tier Maker episode? Because honestly, those 3 were awesome. I loved those. I re-listen to them kind of frequently, and they're all funny. I mean, if you guys even did one with like a guest, I think that'd be cool, depending on like what the Tier Maker is. But yeah, I love the content, love the videos, love the podcast. Both of y'all are great. Thank you, Sam. Y'all are great. Love y'all.
Just a normal ass guy, Mr. Hayden.
I love that comment. I wish I had a better memory of like Critter Clash 1,
I remember
2,
this guy. I remember every facet about him. Because that's what you're about to say.
What was he wearing? He was wearing clothes. I wish I could remember. Now, see, I actually was going to say a perfect memory. This guy was in Just a Tiara. That was it. No, I wish I could remember like what's Twitch going. Because I'm very guilty of. When I meet someone, I go, "Hey, what's your name?" And then they tell me, and it goes, and I go, "Okay, yeah." And then instantly, I don't know who I am. I don't know who they are. Hayden,
you know what's funny is
and I don't comment on many Instagrams, so that
we go out of our way to go like, don't make it fucking weird, okay? When you talk to us, but if you make it weird, if you make it excruciating, if you make it awkward, we remember you. We will remember the fuck out of you. If you're cool, if you're normal. In one ear, out the other. Okay. Easily forgettable. So if you come up to us, shit your pants, maybe puke up a little bit of blood or something, harass us, molest Poob, maybe something like that, and we'll remember you. Okay, if you want to be remembered, Poob's nodding. For the audio listeners, Poob is nodding his head up and down, going, "Yes, do that."
But I would remember you.
You'll remember the fuck.
I wouldn't escape my memory.
Yeah,
that's for sure. But thank you, Hayden, for
And by the way, one of the only people that said anything positive about those tier maker episodes.
And his question was, would we ever do another one? I wouldn't count it out completely.
Now that we have one guy that said he likes them.
Now that we have one guy, and now that we're already talking about Redux episodes and kind of scraping existing content, sure.
Yeah.
We'll do anything.
This one's from Jamie.
I remember you, Hayden, and thank you.
Hello, Sam and Sam. Hope everything's been doing good for you in this seemingly new era of the podcast.
A new era?
Very cool.
Very cool.
Following the kind of post on Patreon, I think if I was a kind of evil cartoony billionaire, I think something that'd be quite interesting for me is to just see if I could destabilize a country, like maybe like Turkey, something particularly sized. Just see if I could destabilize it by just airdropping billions upon billions of dollars of just some currency they don't use. Maybe like either like a Serbian dinar, or maybe like a Kyrgyzstani som or something. Just airdrop billions of dollars on them and just see how it works. I feel like that would just either destabilize them or just like completely block up all their services as they're trying to process this random currency.
I'm going to pause this right here because I think the inverse is actually fun. By the way, you can tell just because of the way this guy posed this hypothetical or what he would do and the way he was clicking. This guy is one of those dudes that plays like Hearts of Iron. You know? He's like...
what's his name again? Calling out.
Jamie.
Jamie, you're a Hearts of Iron player for sure.
This guy's playing Albania on Hearts of Iron and he's taking over the world. I think the opposite would be cool. I think if I was capable of hoarding wealth, if I was a billionaire that already had a lot of capital, I would get somehow, I would acquire a smaller country's capital to the point where there's deflation. Because I would like it to be like the realm where people start carrying little coin purses on their hips and they just have like a couple shillings and that can buy them 4 days
like
at the inn.
And medieval times are back.
Yeah. All of a sudden it's
Falcons.
like, I want a big roasted goose and 4 flagons of your finest ale and 3 nights at the tavern. Here's 2 shillings and just have like that dollar goes a long way. I want deflation.
I would be worried about if Turkey's economy went under, because then where is Sam going to get his new hair from?
Oh, damn. Dude, I should go to Turkey and get one of those. They always line them up so insane. Yeah. They always have.
You should you should ask them to go even lower, like an inch above eyebrow.
Dude, you see how much hair that is? That's what 4 inches of hair. Where are they gonna get it? Where are they going to get that shit?
You'll have a complete bald back of the head, but it won't matter. It won't matter. I'll go with you to Turkey. You can take some of mine. You can just take some of the little off the back.
I would keep it the same length. I'd keep it your length.
Can you even do that? Can you graft hair off another person and put it on yourself?
I think you could if they're like a donor, because it's your body.
Like a universal donor.
You would have to like
O positive or whatever. You can take my hair. I don't know.
I think it would have to be a family member. I'd have to take Madeline's hair.
Your brother.
Yeah.
Be like, you can keep living there. I just have a small favor to ask. You need to fly with me to Turkey for a weekend.
Give me some of your hair.
Dude, that would be so funny. Oh, you got like a ridiculous joke hairline. Right here.
I think it would be funny to like Zach has a cartoonish like Transylvanian like widow's peak. And I think it'd be funny to get like an even more exaggerated one to be like, I'm just like you, big bro. Big bro, come on.
Grow a ponytail.
You're my fucking hero. I gotta get a real Vegeta one. It'll start right here in between the eyebrows and go up.
Oh, dude.
Oh, thank you, Jamie, for sending that in.
Wait, you paused.
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I?
More?
Yeah. On.
But in regards to questions, I feel like for general Sam, I know you want to keep doing new stuff and changing up your channel. you ever thought of maybe as the idea of doing challenge videos based on some new video games ever intrigued you? Like, kind of like what you used to do, I guess, with your Kenshi stuff, where you challenge yourself to topple nations, just other kind of challenges in games that ever interested you. And for Poob Sam, with all the new kind of attention that the big influxes that have been happening recently for your channel, have you ever thought of maybe doing like a kind of documentaries on your on the Garbly bloodline, kind of compiling a bunch of the streams together? I feel like it'd be interesting.
I love that idea, and yes, I have thought of it. I would love eventually to make a master lineage line, just to really cement, because even I don't really remember or know, and this is going to be kind of another language to most people hearing this. But all the characters I create in a lot of games are linked through blood. And, they span time. They span time together. They span time.
Yeah, spanning time.
They're spanning time together. And I take a lot of pictures of them spanning time. That's an awesome reference for anyone. Yeah, that's watched Buffalo 66 or... but, yes, I would love to make a full family tree and maybe a breakdown of their influences pertaining to the rest of the family,
like very
or how they're all related.
This is going to get breakdown, just like we were talking earlier about Assassin's Creed, and like there was people in my Discord that I've realized are just completely out of touch with society, and they're very upset about the new black character on Assassin's Creed being like the protagonist. And
I can't sleep,
and yeah, that's eating me alive. And I was kind of just like on the sidelines going like, is Desmond the guy from Assassin's Creed 1 that's in like the present day? Is he related to all these people? Like, how the fuck are all these Garblies from different bloodlines? How are they all related?
Well, some of it is, I could talk about this for hours, and I won't. And I could, but I won't. But some of them are displaced from time, be it one prime example. I was playing Bannerlord, and your family has children, and then they, you name them, and then they have children. You play long enough. I made one character, I made their child, and then I had to reload a save because I lost. And then that woman was still pregnant, but she gave birth to a different kid. In the game, her next child was a different person.
It changed in utero?
So then that character was shot into my Elden Ring playthrough because he was displaced through time and worlds.
Okay.
So it does link together in a pretty hyper-logical way. Yeah.
It's like the Spider-Verse, but for Garbly.
Yeah, Garblies and Dinklys.
Oh, and
not
Dinklys.
To exclude them. Okay. They're related in kind of a yin-yang way where there's always a balance.
Yeah.
Where there's a Garbly, there's a Dinkly. It gets, it basically breaks down to nonsense.
What's their dynamic, Garbly and Dinkly? Are they ever together?
See, okay, well, I'm glad you asked that. The most together they've ever been is in my Dragon's Dogma playthrough, where the character, is the body of a Dinkly, and then I put... what are those called? Like stitching marks all throughout his neck, all the way around. And he has the head of a Garbly, the body of a Dinkly. That's the most they've ever worked together. Okay. And I could go on for hours, but some people argue, are the Garblys more heroic and brave? Are the Dinklys more about, their resolve? Some of it's up to interpretation so that the viewer can put themselves in the bodies of my creations. But really, they're both badass. So,
well said.
And for you, do you have any ideas for challenge videos he poses? And I know you've got an idea for a challenge video, but I don't know if you want to talk about it.
I
don't know if you want. You don't have to.
I've been scheming a little bit. There's a game that I played. With a good associate of both you and mine, goes by the name of Aqua FPS. I played it with him.
Love that guy.
Love that guy. He's a heart of gold. But, I also, not only do I have friendly, amicable relationships with people, but also in the back of my mind, I think, is this guy a threat? What kind of threat does he...
You're always thinking about enemy ammo, enemy, power.
How could he, one, topple me? Two, what kind of ammunition does he have against me? 3, how much of a threat is he? Because at the end of the day, these are competitors. in this business. And playing this game with him, I realized not a threat, not a competitor. Okay, he's not conniving enough. And I realized this game is a perfect threat barometer, so to speak.
Oh,
and
well said, sir.
I'm going to go through and I'm going to get a bunch of streamers that I know, fellow associates in the field, and I'm going to play this game with them. And they're not going to know. They're just going to play the game with me. But on my side, I'm going to be ascertaining how much of a threat is this guy to me. And so far, Lettuce, that boy, you need to watch out for him, okay? He's enemy number 1 right now. He's posed the most threat out of anybody. Aqua?
Would you use the word conniving?
I would, and thankfully he's going into the private sector. He's withdrawing from the streaming world, I think. But
when a streamer quits streaming, it's kind of like a hero from ancient mythology has fallen. Like,
you say that, but they also get like health insurance at regular jobs, so it's. I think of it like when Ben Affleck goes to pick up Will Hunting, and he's gone,
and he's not there.
And he's like, he made it out.
I went to see about a job.
Yeah.
I went to go get fucking money and stability.
I go, you know what, Lettuce? Okay. Good for you, you know?
Yeah, I'll probably be asking him in like 5 years for a referral.
Yeah, so. A lot of people get upset when like friends on Discord all of a sudden disappear. When a friend doesn't show up in Discord anymore, I think his life is on the up and up.
I'm Ben Affleck.
I think they're at rock bottom when they're spending every day on Discord, okay?
Which is a kind of fair assumption for some.
It is.
But also, like, you know, it's not for everyone. You know, a lot of my IRL friends, they have very successful real jobs, and then they decompress. But do they have wives and children and own a home? No.
I'm talking about 2 p.m. in the middle of the work week. Are they hanging out on
I'm
Discord?
talking 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Yeah, those are my hours that I keep on Discord.
Right. Yeah, that is different.
Yeah. That's just something that's the only kind of challenge I've been working on. Not so much a challenge of me, but I'm challenging my contemporaries, just getting a lay of the land. Yeah.
And I have not been challenged yet, but I can be kind of a, you know, minx when I want to be.
I feel like you're. Have you ever seen like a ferret or something, or like a wombat, where they look cute and cuddly, but all of a sudden they're cornered, and they go for the throat.
You know, I will say one time I did play Among Us with Soulja Boy, Mr. Boy, as I referred to him.
Don't call him boy.
And Mr. Boy, and he said, I've got the soundbite, Poob, you're slicker than owl shit, when I was tricking people. So, you know, I can be pretty slick.
It's pretty slick.
Owl shit, I thought they like threw up a pellet or something, but I could be that slick.
You know why it's slick? Because it all comes from one hole.
Oh, right. Well, but I thought owls like threw their stuff up. Maybe they also poop and do that. They throw up owl pellets because I've dissected one. I know they threw up an owl pellet.
Yeah, no, I've dissected an owl pellet too. You need to.
I've dissected 100 owl
pellets.
It's
the inner anatomy of an owl. The unslick comes out in the pellet. The slick comes out the ass. Okay.
It's
a slick divider.
So that's the slickest part.
Yeah.
So he was really nice when he said that.
I didn't realize that Soulja Boy was such a scholar of avian.
I wouldn't assume any less. Yeah. I mean, he was pretty good at Among Us, which is kind of like
that's like chess for the modern day.
It's kind of like super chess.
It's like chess for people that get pussy. It's like social chess.
Yeah, Among Us, chess for pussy. Yeah, it's pretty badass.
It is.
You guys should check it out if you've never heard of it. It's making a big comeback. I heard they just had a big update, so could check that out.
Didn't we already listen to a Miles?
Yeah, but we're both named Sam. You know,
we're skipping him.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, other Miles, because you're gonna hear it and go, "Damn!"
I'm pretty sure the last Miles we listened to was a minute and a half. This one's a minute and a half. I'm gonna pee real quick, and then I'm gonna. Do you need to pee?
I could try.
Stall, put in that new intermission that I edited for you.
Oh, nice. An intermission.
I didn't edit one. I'm hoping he'll make one.
Cool. Stall, thanks for that new intermission.
Yo, one of the beauties of having young kids, they don't eat all their Chick-fil-A, baby.
had to ask my roommate where the good stuff was.
What's the good stuff?
Oh, you already know, bitch.
Oh yeah, it's about mid-episode. We're gonna need to do a little bump at Schneeberg. Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that allowed? Is that allowed on YouTube? We're gonna get like a good episode removed for this.
What, doing a little bump at Schneeberg?
Holy shit! Cannot emphasize enough. This is Schneeberg, not cocaine. Oh, like
yeah.
It was good though.
Yeah, it is good. It is good, dude. Schneeberg with Chick-fil-A leftovers. Oh,
yeah. Okay. Well,
like minty chicken.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. What were we talking about? Next one.
I had one picked out too. I forget where it went. God damn it. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Hey, Sam. Just wondering if you're going to range day, if Wendeigoon and MeatCanyon are going to be there next year.
God, I fucking hope so. I mean, I went to this range day. That was like basically the entire reason why I went there was to go see them, and then they weren't there. And when I got back, I got a message from Wendeigoon. He's like, "Oh shit, dude, I'm sorry, I don't check these messages too often." Yeah, I'm not going to that one. I'm like, well, fuck, I've already been and returned. Yeah, apparently they went to the previous one and they were like, "We don't want to do 2 in 1 year." I was like, "Okay, I get that." Shooting guns is cool, but
we should cut out us doing Schneeberg. It's gonna get us like, I don't want that strike 1 from last episode, or strike 2 from last episode, strike 3 from this one. You just look like you still have coke on your nose too, which is just too much. I mean, guys, YouTube, it's Schneeberg.
Yeah,
okay, it's different. My roommate does it at 10 a.m. It's not coke. It's different, and he's a businessman. They don't do coke.
No, they don't.
They do
He's in
Schneeberg.
Finances.
And he ripped the label off, so I can't prove it's Schneeberg, but it is.
I'm still labeled up. Okay.
Yeah, labeled up Schneeberg autofocus camera. Yeah, Schneeberg. It's perfectly legal.
Yeah.
You can buy it on Amazon. And you can snort a lot of things that aren't illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Adderall, Vyvanse,
Sweet and low.
Sweet and low.
Doesn't taste good.
Rice and poison, like Sam said earlier.
Yep.
There's a lot of options. So next.
Hey boys, I'll try to keep this quick. I wrote up questions for last time, so I pulled out the list, had to scroll through about 40 questions about Brian's mom, but I got my picks for this one. For Poob, do you have like a holy grail, like antique that you want to get? Not including the Spinja, maybe something that's like too expensive right now or hard to find. And for
I figured you answer that first and I'll let it play.
Okay, well, let me make sure I get this right. Am I out of focus or is this just my band? Okay, it's just the fucking thing. My holy grail, well, it's not, it's hard to explain. It's not really a holy grail. It's something that I missed and now will forever be regretful on. Was a Drexel 70, I believe is what it was called. The brand Drexel. It was a headboard made by Drexel. I thought it was called like Drexel 70, 75. It was the most beautiful headboard with black leather, and it had armrests that came out on either side that weren't classless, and headlamps that came out, and like a built-in radio. It was like this beautiful
I remember you sending that to me. It was insane.
And it sold for like $400. And when you can hardly find what I described now online. Even their basic ass fucking headboards are like $2,000. This thing was fucking awesome. And I had just bought a headboard before that, which I'm like, this is the last thing I need in my collection, and then I'm good. So I didn't buy this. The headboard I had bought, my mom picked up, left outside. It got rotted. It went to hell. So then I've basically been like thinking about this headboard for years. That is a holy grail. I would really like also one of those cigarette dispensers that are pretty expensive, hard to find, where it fans out. Of course, it puts some J's in there, put some Ziggies. I think those are really cool. I got my brazier. That was a big thing. Everyone needs. I'd say that headboard with dark wood, black leather, armrests, lamps for reading, my series. That's my biggest missed. And you said not the Spinja included, but God, do I regret my inaction with the Spinja. I could have a 5-foot tall Spinja right now in my house that plugs in and I don't know, lights up or moves or something. And I ended up paying $300 for it and never getting it. So I basically just burned that money, which also sucks. I'd say the headboard is my big. Yeah, these are also things like if I thought for a while, I'm sure my holy grail is something, more grand. But off the top of the dome, I'll never forget that headboard.
Imagine getting a beach in bed and you just go, hold on, let me pull out the armrests.
Built-in armrests.
Yeah,
throw those
that is
down.
insane.
Now I'm going.
By the way,
turn on the light.
I want you to know my entertainment center thing holding my TV in the living room, that god awful thing with all the fucking wood carvings on the front. And then I also have just like a weird little, like a sideboard, I guess is what you would call it, like a short credenza in my my master bedroom. Both vintage Drexel pieces. Drexel is so hit or miss. They make beautiful shit or whatever the fuck that is that I have. That
I found the headboard.
Basically
on eBay.
came with the house. Throw that shit in the podcast chat.
Yeah, I am. Guess how much?
How much?
Guess. I say
2,300.
9,800.
Oh.
And the only other listing, $10,000.
Ouch.
And I could have had it for 400.
Damn. Yeah, that is a miss. All right, let's see what he has for me.
I'm throwing it in the podcast, boys.
Sam, do you have plans for more cooking videos or like IRL stuff in the future? Obviously, love the gaming content, but my personal favorites, yours, have always been like the meal time, cooking, stuff like that. And then I have a bonus question for Stalt. Are you going to be going on the next camping trip? Are we going to see you out in the woods with the boys? Anyway. Love y'all. You're some of the funniest dudes I have ever listened to. The only podcast I listen to and the only Patreon I've ever gotten. Stalt, little messages you leave for us on the episodes are pure gold. Keep it up, boys. Hope y'all are doing well.
Oh, isn't that nice?
That's a very sweet message.
Yeah.
Thank you. That just bought us 3 more years of
It did.
podcasting.
And you know what?
Thank
It brought
you.
my mood from here to here. And for the audio listeners...
I showed my asshole.
Poob just showed his asshole.
Yeah.
No, for the audio listeners, my mood was down low, and then I brought my mood up higher.
They probably could have assumed that.
They could have assumed it. I mean, but
Also, we do a lot of subversion, so maybe you went.
Yeah, maybe they thought like, oh, Sam's upset now because this guy likes his stuff. I do love doing the IRL stuff. It's fun, and the setup and everything's fun. And you know what? I also don't get burned out on stuff. When I all of a sudden I'm like, I'm doing cooking shit today or whatever. But that being said, sometimes the food sucks that I had to make if I'm making cooking shit. The camping stuff's fun, but Abby's like, dude, you're leaving again. Yeah, do you know?
Dude,
do you understand?
She's so needy,
she
dude.
Is
Once a year, you leave the home.
That's true. If I was like a fucking traveling vacuum salesman, she would have a whole fucking different life.
If you had any regular job, you'd be gone from home so much more. Than
You know what's funny is yesterday she mentioned that she's like, the kids, they hardly see you because you work so much, and I'm like, what? I'm in the house. I'm in the house like all the time. They come home.
Put them in a regular house where your dad's gone till fucking,
actual work.
Yeah.
But it's because she has like just 100% of the time with them, and
your dad works states away every fucking week. You don't see him.
Your dad
for 3
works
weeks
like
at a
actual
time.
hours, and
those kids are spoiled rotten. They see you too much, probably. I'm surprised she's not worried about you being around too much and your influence.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't she want you to go away?
Well, anyways, we were joking about going to see Freddie Or, I mean, not Freddy. We're gonna go see Dungeons.
That's not a joke.
Dungeons.
I put it on my calendar, so it better not be.
Well, we ended up buying the fucking tickets. Okay, that's happening, and it's happening in like June, like the beginning of June.
VIP.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Abby was like, "Oh my god, you're leaving again?" Like she's like a cat with like abandonment issues. Okay, so yeah, the IRL stuff where we go like camping and hiking, probably pretty rare for the time being.
So fun though.
It is really fun. It is a good bonding experience. I would love to have Stalt on a good camping trip.
Good to get out, yeah.
That being said, I would also love to have Zach on a good camping trip again. That boy needs it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what else Zach needs? Fucking fat line of Schneeberg. That would help him out.
Andy needs to meet me. Yeah, I heard he was like crying and whining. He didn't get a little poop time.
I need poop. Yeah. All right. Thank you for.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Who was that again?
Nugs.
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 Thank you.
Yeah.
The kind words.
Next one's from Eric.
Would you rather be flayed alive or lay a fly? Also, cock reveal when?
What is it? First of all, you hear him shifting. Manual transmission. Kind of badass. Fucking
pretty hardcore.
Popping it in a fourth while you're asking the dumbest question in the world. Is that would you rather be flayed alive or lay a fly?
I thought he said or flay a fly.
Oh, I thought it was lay a fly.
Replay it. Let me hear this.
I would rather fuck a fly. If you're asking me if I'd rather get my skin peeled off or fuck a fly.
Yeah, I have a fly-sized penis, so that'd be actually awesome.
Would you rather be flayed alive or lay a fly?
He does say lay, but it almost sounds like he says slayed alive at first, like slay. But I think he means flayed alive and then lay a fly.
Lay a fly. I'd rather fuck a fly. I'd rather destroy a fly with the head of my penis.
I would come so fast if I was fucking.
Oh, they have to be tight.
Well,
flies pussies that big.
Yeah,
at least that big.
My penis is that big, so like
yeah. For the audio listeners, we're holding up huge,
really big holes. I think your mom's pussy.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, that's a very
that was a horrific
that's an
one.
Easy one. But thank you for submitting a
writing
question.
in, Eric.
Yeah. Thanks.
Driving around in your fucking Caprice or whatever that was.
Yeah, no, I mean that's probably why he couldn't think of the perfect hypothetical, because he saw the notification when I gotta get this in
right now on my way home.
I'm driving right now.
I'm driving drunk, and I got a great question for these guys.
I've been wanting to know this for years.
Yeah.
Would you rather?
I know, like I've always grown up in an era. By the 90s, we knew driving drunk wasn't good. It seems like it's so fun.
Tell that to some people today.
It seems like, because first of all, I didn't realize that riding around on those little Lime scooters inebriated was bad. Like apparently it's against the law. I didn't realize
it can lead to some serious repercussions. Yeah. Okay, need I remind you I broke my hand?
I thought it was like a Razor scooter. I was just like, "What? I can't ride this." Apparently, you can get a DUI riding around a Lime drunk. But that was a blast. That was the most fun I've ever had operating a motor vehicle. Was drunk as shit on a Lime.
But dude, that's why I was so dad, level with Omid, where I'm like, don't play around. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get hurt. He did.
Yeah,
he did get hurt. I've been there. I've been the guy.
You know what? He wouldn't have gotten hurt if he had four wheels under him, an extra 1,000 pounds of metal surrounding him. Was just in a regular car.
Airbags.
Yeah, airbags, curtain airbags.
Knee pads. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he would have been fine.
Driving drunk seems like it's a fucking breeze.
Well, also when you drive drunk, you hit the other car, you hit the family, and you're loose.
Yeah.
So they get blasted, and you are in an unnatural level. When you hit that car, normal people would tense up. It's like at the doctor. You're gonna get this shot. Relax a little. It's hard.
Yeah.
Normally you'd tense up. If you're drunk as fuck, you're loose. So you kind of just ragdoll around the wreckage and you're fine. 90% of the time, the drunk driver's fine. The family's eviscerated. So it is better to be, that's why anytime I'm in the backseat of a car, I'm a passenger, I'm getting, let me get a couple, Four Locos first. Let me get a couple fireball shots. That way, just in case, it's like an extra airbag. That way, if we get in a crash, you never hope for it, but you're prepared. If it happens, I'm going to survive.
My brother had a friend that he was not wearing a seatbelt either, and he went through the.
It's okay if you're drunk.
He went through the windshield, slid across the floor, and lost most of his skin, but he was fine. Besides that, his girlfriend in the passenger seat had the seatbelt on. She's in a wheelchair now.
For like fun, or did she get paralyzed?
She got paralyzed. So, guys, being sober and wearing a seatbelt, two most dangerous things you could do in a car. Okay,
behind the wheel, I would not want to be either of those.
Yeah, if you're really talking about like the most dangerous thing you're gonna do day in and day out is get behind the wheel of a vehicle. You might as well do it under the optimal conditions.
You better be in a beastly car, too, that will rip through those modern day, sissy cars.
Yeah, like whatever Ace Ventura drives, that big monster truck.
I'd be in some sort of monster truck or Hummer situation.
If you know whoever owns
maybe
Bigfoot, that big fucking monster truck.
If you can get your hands on, what are they called? The Autobots, a Bumblebee type, even a Decepticon, I would try to get behind the wheel of some sort of supercar.
Thanks for writing in,
Thank
Eric.
you.
Yeah, Eric,
thanks,
really
Eric.
insightful stuff. Thank you, Ian.
I was listening to the Goons podcast with you guys on there, and you were talking about your gross shit stories, and I just had not really a great one, but me and my buddy, we took laxatives, just fucking around. They were expired, didn't think they'd work, and we were smoking cigarettes. We were like 15, smoking cigarettes under this person's fucking barn, and I go to fart, and I fucking diarrheaed all on the inside of my fucking shorts, and there was a plastic bag on the ground there that I had to fucking wipe with, and then I had to waddle a fucking mile back to my house.
This is the most redneck story in the world.
That rocks.
That is such a teenager story too. Like, we took laxatives that were expired. Why? First, why eat the laxatives and then so confidently say, "Oh, they're past due. We ate them for taste." Then smoking cigarettes. Did you say under a barn?
Like, you're curious. You're the curious mind. Everything's already been invented and discovered. Now our modern day philosophers have to try, new things. Expired, whatever.
Yeah,
laxatives.
this guy's got a real scientific mind.
Yeah, disgusting.
This guy's gonna
barn
split
smell.
the atom in the future for sure.
He's gonna split his fucking underwear with all that poop coming out of it. But no, I just appreciate a good tell-all.
Yeah.
By the time you pooped, sure. That was literally 90. That was 100% of that podcast we were on.
It was, yeah. Just if you guys want to just hear guys talking about shitting their pants for literally an hour, go watch that Goons.
Tight hour of
tight hour.
Even at one point, Blarg was like, "Poob, you've been a little quiet. Do you?" And I thought he was gonna ask me like a real question. He's like, "You have any poop stories?" Okay, yeah, I've got a couple. Okay, everyone's got a couple.
Yeah.
I've got a few.
You think there's you were hoping for some sort of subject shift because it was 40 minutes in.
So with your history in software engineering, how do you feel about, do you ever shit your pants? Okay, yeah, sure. This is my life. Okay, this is the life I lead. Yeah, I pooped. No. I pooped before, real bad. Clogged her up. Yeah, I know about other poop stories too. My friends' poop stories,
On that episode, I fucking just told like the dirtiest true story about my brother, and then I was like, it's not my show, so my brother won't hear about it. And then I have such a stupid loud mouth. I then turn around, call my brother, and go, "Oh, I just told him this great story about it." Like, I just told him about it. He instantly goes to that fucking. He goes to that episode and listens to it.
You're so much worse than me. Yeah, because every episode we do, I'm like, oh, fuck. I hope my family member never hears about this. I'll never help them find it. Yeah. And you're like, I hope he doesn't find this. Here's the link. Here you go. Here's the time.
I don't like doing it. I don't like doing stuff behind people's back. And,
that's better. I mean, that's
what I mean?
Well, do I even add a, addendum or whatever to my cousin or just leave it? Just let it lie. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The space travel about
oh yeah,
new information I learned.
Yeah, last episode we
just
made some wild
maybe
allegations.
Yeah, I'll just leave it.
Yeah, we'll leave it. Grandma's a baller. Okay, that's all you
Love
guys need to know.
Yeah, I love you. Love you, man. If you ever find that, I'll fucking love you.
This one's from Rodney.
So I have an advice question. I lived in a 1999 Suburban for like 3 years, and now I'm a homeowner, and I've been finding myself missing my Suburban a lot lately, and I don't know how to get comfortable in my house. Any advice on how to do that would be greatly appreciated.
Well, we've never been homeless before, but that being said, I do kind of miss the simplicity of being living with my mom and just being like, the house is hers, but my little bedroom with my bed and my desk and my computer, this is mine. This is my little territory. I don't have anything more than this.
Similar to like the steering wheel to the back tire's mine.
Yeah.
Like,
I do understand what you mean. Well, even today in my house, I think my office is my space. And then upstairs and the rest of the house is Abby's area that I'm just traipsing through and letting, and like she feeds me in it, and then I go back to my area at the end of the day. I think it is weird to just have like, not weird, but I don't like the idea of like, it's a big responsibility to have a whole house, you know. It's weird.
Oh my God, I won't go into it, but that house I sent you the other day, Sam, I've been looking at every hour of every day.
Let me tell you something. Guys, Poob keeps sending me these Zillow houses, and I am a fiend for like Palm Springs-esque mid-century, like Eichler houses, and he's sending me these insane, not just
beautiful,
not just mid-century houses, but mid-century houses that have build quality like you would not believe.
There's no work to be done.
Yeah, no work to be done.
Complete.
I'm talking all the furnishings, from just materials up, all the way to like pulls on drawers are top of the line.
I'm gonna need $500,000.
The problem is that they're in Indiana. That's the problem. I'm not going to do a lateral move from Florida to Indiana and just be in an equally shitty state and pay income tax. No, it's not going to happen. But
well, Tallahassee to some parts of Indiana might be an improvement, genuinely.
Probably, yeah.
But I see your point. Yeah. I don't even want to live in Indiana.
Like moving from Florida to like the Midwest.
Some of these houses I'm sending you
are insane.
I don't think I'd care.
Yeah.
I think I just live in my house.
I don't leave the house. What do I need?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, why would you care? You're in Indiana. You would just go to the grocery store, get some shit, and then live in your house for a month. You know, it's that the house I'm speaking of in particular. Oh my God. I want it.
Can we talk
so
about
bad.
the town? Or like we don't have to name it, but okay.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't. Just
I was blown away because he's just like sending me house after house. I'm sitting here trying to look for a place to move in Colorado, and the only thing in Colorado is McMansion shitholes that are like $800,000. I'm like, I'm not paying this much for an ugly house that I don't even like. You know, Colorado's. It sucks pretty bad for real estate, to be honest.
I'm sending you a 400, 500K house with 3 times the character.
3 times the build quality of my house that I'm in right now. Yeah, they're fucking great. They're great.
They're beautiful. And to the questioner that posed the question.
Yeah.
Who was that again?
Rodney.
I'd say, do you have a garage? Maybe you could park your car in the garage and sleep in it in there. Keep it on so you stay warm. Keep the garage shut. Just turn the car on. And
roll down the windows too.
Yeah, roll down the windows. Maybe take a nap for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. That could be. You could live in your car in your house. Because what are you going to do? Sell your house and live in your car?
It's ridiculous.
Let's be reasonable
That's equity.
here. You've already made it to home ownership, so maybe go, drive your car to a shitty part of town and sleep in it for a night and get some perspective. Maybe remember what it's really like, because maybe you're looking at it with, rose tinted glasses and you're saying, I was so free back then.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
And if you enjoy it,
into the worst part of town and sleep in your car now and see, do I like my home better? Do I like my car better? If you like the car better, sell the house to me and then live in the car.
Or if you like the reverting back to living out of a car, rent your house.
Rent it out to us.
Yeah.
And then we'll record episodes in there. And then you could live in your car outside.
And use your equity you built up in there to leverage another loan for another house. And all of a sudden you're a landlord that lives out of a car. How humiliating is that for someone to pay inflated rent prices to a guy that's living out of a car?
Yeah, how cool. And the cheaper you make our rent, the more your friendship points with us goes up.
Yeah.
So the rent's really cheap. We'll hang out with you.
If you knock off
car.
a couple $100 off the rent, we might give you a higher tier in the Patreon. Which, once again, for the people that are in that tier, it does nothing. It really,
but it does.
It makes us feel good.
Something. Yeah, it does something to me. It helps. Yeah. I would even say try to push for a third tier that's not even there yet. A third, more secret tier that's got even less.
Good luck with living out of a car. We really do like a good Uncle Rico aesthetic.
Suburban's a big car, so I'm sure you're fine in that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's more than anybody would need. Ethan.
It's the biggest car ever. Didn't we just have it?
Why the fuck?
Oh, yeah, we did.
Oh, wait. We haven't had
Why
this
the
guy,
fuck are you having me record?
Yeah, we've done this guy already.
I haven't heard this.
Yeah, he was asking us, why am I recording this? Why can't I just write it? I'm deleting like 6 of these real quick. I'm deleting them as I go. Let's see.
I'm sucking on a mint, but when I answer, I'll take it out respectfully.
Okay. This one's from S. Joe.
Hey guys, I have a hypothetical. It's like a Groundhog Day scenario. You repeat one day for 10 years. You remember all the information from the previous days, and at the end of the 10 years, you just resume from where you started, but $4 million richer. And you have the opportunity to fast forward it by fighting a random person at the end of each day, if you want to. And if you beat them, it fast forwards 20 days, but if you lose, it goes back 40. And this could be anyone. It could be like a UFC fighter. It could be like Abby or Brian or something like that. And are you doing it?
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm assuming, just like Groundhog Day, after 10 years, like you're not going to age over that 10-year period. You get free 10 years. And I get to hone my fighting skills. I'm going to end up being like a John Wick by the end of this.
But do you get to pick the day you're reliving?
Oh, yeah. It could be like a day that you wake up with diarrhea.
Or is it I just very recently rewatched the movie Palm Springs. Very good movie. Where it's a Groundhog Day scenario. But he's at a destination wedding in Palm Springs. And he can only drive so far before, he falls asleep. And then the day resets or whatever. Am I in my home for 10 years with current content, with my Lost rewatch, with a lot of games, my Steam playlist? I'd easily take that. Whoa, 10 years. Well, you're just essentially living 10 years longer.
Yeah.
Which some people would pay billions for.
Yeah.
And I'm getting, $4 million? And I get to fight someone.
And you're not aging for that 10 years.
Yeah,
I better hope Abby's in a good fucking mood on that day.
Prime of my life.
Yeah.
For 10 years. And
if I get to pick the day, then yes.
The day I got a blowjob.
I was about to say.
My birthday.
Yeah, Abby, there's been some days where she's really fucking awesome. And on those days, yeah, I would totally.
If it's a random day in my life, it's such a toss-up. If it's a day I'm sucking on the barrel or a day I'm, going outside and saying, let's really get this.
Yeah.
It would grow quite tiresome because, you go on your TikTok feed and it's the same stuff every day.
It's the same stuff every day, fucking regardless. It doesn't.
Yeah, not really. And then, it's all the same Twitch streamers I'm doing the same stream every day.
You don't have to do the same stream every day.
Oh, I guess I
You don't have to even stream. It's one day.
For 10 years.
Yeah, for 10 years.
10, how long 10 years is? 10 years ago, I was, 8 years old or something. So,
you fucking wish.
Yeah,
you wish.
I don't. I'm glad to be growing closer to gone. For 4 million, I'd take it. I'd take it just so I could say I've been through a Groundhog Day type scenario.
And for personal growth.
Also.
And
personal
because of
growth.
the ass kicking thing you're talking about, it is a bad day.
You go back 40 days.
If you lose,
and it's a random person, look at this. Yeah. Oh,
he said, I don't think he said a random person. I said it could be a random person you could choose.
No, he said it's a random person. He said it could be a UFC fighter. It could be Bryan or Stoll.
Let's go back.
At the end of the 10 years, you just resume from where you started, but $4 million richer. And
$4 million is awesome, by the way. It's like a...
Keep going. Are you pausing?
Yeah, I paused it. Yeah.
Let me hear him all the way.
You have the opportunity to fast forward it by fighting a random person at the end of each day.
Okay.
If you want to. And if you beat them, it fast forwards 20 days. But if you lose, it goes back 40. And it could be anyone. It could be like a UFC fighter. It could be like Abby or Bryan or something like that.
I said Bryan or Stoll, but I was basically right on. It's a random person you do not get to pick.
It's random.
It could be a UFC fighter. It could be Bryan or Abby.
Yeah. You know what?
I would still take the fight just so, when I'm up 10 years from now, I'm like a beast.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't have any more strength
you would end up being like a Steven Seagal, where your physical shape is not great, but you grab a wrist and it's over.
Deflect, discombobulate, eye poke. But also you could get caught in a loop where you lose every fight and then live in there for like 40 years.
That's true. I'd probably stop taking the gamble after a while.
Yeah, if I got my ass kicked like twice,
I
think I'd just.
You know what I'd do? I would just make sure at the beginning of the day I would get my fucking handgun and put it in the back of my britches, and then at the end of the day I would shoot whoever the fuck shows up to fight me.
You know, what'd be funny too is that from other people's perspective, you'd be normal one day, and then the next day you'd be 10 years crazy.
Yeah,
and with fighting experience. So all my roommates, I'd just show up and be like, and I'd probably be like psychologically destroyed.
Yeah,
and I'd probably have some pretty good moves
and 1,000-yard stare. And if Abby ever swung at me once, I would know all of her moves. Yeah. Before
out of
she
my
even
10 years, you were my random opponent 58 times.
Yep. It would look like at the end of The Matrix when Neo's fighting Agent Smith and he's like yawning one-handedly.
Oh, dude, the coolest scene. Yeah. I would do the dust like,
oh yeah. The action dust, the VFX dust from that Wild West prop store would come busting off of our shirt.
So cool. I'd get hyped up every day for 10 years and I'd come out a beast.
Yeah.
And I would
the day that I would choose for my Groundhog Day would be the day that my giant pallet of Sugar Glass and action VFX dust arrives at my house from my prop Western store purchase.
Yeah. Yeah,
and then at the end of every day, it just reappears on my doorstep. Are you kidding me? I get to use that stuff.
What's the coolest place you could get to from Tallahassee in one day? Like you'd hope it's a day where the airport's pretty free. Like you could, because after 4 years, you're like, I want to explore. I want to see around. But you can only be there for a couple hours. Like you go international, you can only be there for a couple hours. Yeah. You go fucking. I'd try to fly to New York real quick, maybe attack some strangers, get Steve Buscemi, finish him off.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that? He got randomly attacked recently.
Buscemi?
Steve Buscemi. And I'm going to say, I'm not defending the attacker, but when I was in New York last time, my family and I saw Steve Buscemi at a diner.
Yeah.
And I thought about it. I mean, I seriously considered going over there and just wringing his neck a little. So I do get it.
I'm going to say the guy looks like a freak, but he's on the level of outrage for me that when someone sucker punched Rick Moranis.
Yeah, I mean, it's very reminiscent of Moranis.
I'm like, dude, this guy's wholesome. This guy has done nobody wrong. Everybody likes Buscemi.
But also when I saw him, I thought, yeah, I could take that little punk bitch and, steal his wallet or something. But he was like a firefighter or something. So he might have some skills. I think, wasn't he like at 9/11 or something? I'm pretty sure he was a 9/11.
You're thinking of Nicolas Cage.
Nah, Nicolas Cage is Coppola or whatever. Now I'm thinking, wait, Steve Buscemi. I think he was like a volunteer firefighter or some shit.
Really?
I'm gonna totally mess this up. I'm gonna look up Steve Buscemi firefighter 9/11. Steve Buscemi 9/11 hero. Snopes fact check. Let's see what we got here. He assisted in the fire department of New York City after 9/11. I'm not going to read any further. And I'm not going to confirm any more.
Well, he's a fucking hero. He's a hero. Oh.
Yeah, but I would also, I get it. You see him, you want to throttle him a little because he
Where
looks
did he
like
get attacked
at? In New York somewhere. I don't know. Maybe in a crime alley.
That's the one
like
place.
Batman's parents. Yeah.
Why'd they go there? Being that rich, wearing a pearl necklace, going with a
diamonds dancing all up their body.
Yeah.
Pearls glistening. Crime alley.
What a bad combo.
It's because they're stupid and rich and they just didn't know.
Yeah.
They're just sewing their own ass.
I blame the limo driver. He's supposed to be at the door of the theater, walk him to the limo. Get him
if you're
in.
that rich, you should never have to walk. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, they should have rode a Palisade or whatever. Over to their fucking rickshaw, their human.
They should have palanquin. I
A
feel like we had this debate.
A palanquin and a Palisade is the Robinson Crusoe wall. Yeah.
Okay, because we had this debate during Die Laughter, and then now last episode I said Palisade, talking about a palanquin, I think. But I also don't really know, and I keep trying to Google it, and I don't think I know how to spell either of them. So
I've played enough AoE too. I know what a Palisade is. Okay.
Damn it! It is a palanquin.
Yeah.
Okay. For last episode, guys, I meant palanquin. I did not mean Palisade.
Yeah.
And Sam didn't correct me, so also pointed to Merritt.
Yep. And I forgot we had that argument on Die of Laughter. I've blacked out that entire experience. All right, next one, Brian's dad.
I would devote all my money into research into finding out why Brian can't speak during a podcast. Thank you. Have a good night.
Yeah, you're going to dwindle that $1 million is going to be gone in 6 months. Okay.
Reminds me of the movie Up, where they put collars on dogs so they could speak. It's just unnatural.
Yeah.
It's just something not meant.
You're going to waste your money. You're going to be going against the very fabric of
you're
nature.
Going to find out about some disorders along the way and some things, some spectrums and things that have already been money's been spent on. You're going to go, what a waste.
Yeah. Now it comes down to a vaccine.
Yeah.
He got vaccinated. That's why you don't talk so good no more.
He got like a booster shot. So, yeah.
He got double boosted.
I said, you stick me with that, I stick you with this. And I put my fucking... Stalt cut that, okay?
Yeah.
We can't have that and the Schneeberg on
He said
screen.
he was double vaccinated. I had to fire him.
I would maybe cut earlier when I did Schneeberg off that.
No. You keep that in.
Whatever. Yeah, keep that for the patrons.
Damien.
Hey, guys. Huge fan of the podcast. I was wondering, what's your guys' go-to drink to get at a bar? Expensive, cheap, doesn't matter. Just whatever your go-to thing is to order. And then a question for Sam. I live here in Northern California, north of Sacramento. And I was wondering, what was your favorite thing about NorCal when you came here?
Okay, that's a lot already, and it keeps going for another 20 seconds.
Let him finish.
You want to do the whole thing? No, yeah. I was going to answer that and then let him finish.
Okay.
Because it keeps going for another 20. I'm assuming there's one for you.
You go first.
Oh, no. You do. He asked both of us our favorite drinks at a bar. What's yours?
Corona.
Oh, just Corona?
If I'm at a bar, if I'm loosening up, I can't start with hard liquor. I can't finish with it. If I want to be there for a while, I get a Corona. Or, if I'm a little crazy, I might get a 2-hearted ale or a Voodoo Ranger. If I'm at a fancy bar on a rare occasion, I might get a French 75. And if you were asking me 3 years ago, my answer for every occasion would be a rum and coke.
I'm a cliche modern pick. Moscow Mule. I like a mule. I also, dude, honestly, we have Mexican restaurants here. I will fuck up margaritas all day. But I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't just fuck up margaritas, dude? But I've discovered I really like wheat ales. So like a Blue Moon or something like that. I'd be all about
with an orange slice.
Never had one with an orange slice.
That's like go-to. It's like Corona with lime,
Corona
Blue
with
Moon
lime.
with orange
Yeah,
slice.
I don't really get the whole putting a lime in there. I don't see what it does.
Oh, okay, then you're an asshole because it just like complements the flavor.
I never
and you
taste
get a
the
free
lime.
treat.
I mean, if one's there, I'll poke it in, but I'm not like big on it.
If you're not tasting lime, you're not doing anything right. Okay,
I mean, I'm there to drink the Corona.
I rub it around the mouth part. I then crush it in. I then
wring
squeeze
it out in your tongue a little bit.
It's just like it's.
You know what else I don't do for
like
margaritas?
classic.
I don't do the fucking salted rim. You're ruining my margarita. What are you doing? I don't want a salty drink. I don't want your citrus in my beer either. Okay, I just want my alcohol.
You don't even like beer. Why would you not?
All of a
want
sudden,
orange?
I've turned. You know what? Ever since my mom died, I said someone has to carry the torch. Okay, Mom, I'm a beer guy now. Okay, and I've been getting into it a little bit.
Well, then you should like the complimentary orange.
Nah.
All right, whatever.
Yeah.
Teach their own.
And what was the second part?
He asked you a second question. I don't remember what it was.
Doesn't matter. Just whatever your go-to thing is to order. And then a question for Sam. I live here in Northern California, north of Sacramento.
Northern California.
And I was wondering, what was your favorite thing about NorCal when you came here?
The fucking redwoods. I mean, like that's what I went to go see.
Indoor.
Honestly, like the weather is fucking awesome. The being in California, and once you get above San Francisco, it's really sparsely populated real quick. Super beautiful state. Gets way too much flack from people all across the board for having
like the top of GTA 5 map.
Yeah, it's just pretty. It's pretty up there. Beaches are pretty. I mean, I don't think, honestly, I don't think a state can be beat, even with Yellowstone being in Wyoming. Like, California has so much in terms of diverse, like, it's like a Minecraft world, dude. You got the sequoias, you have the redwoods,
coast, basically. They go so high, so low.
You got
I mean,
Joshua
they got a lot.
Tree,
San Diego.
You got
Ocean Beach.
What's the other one? That's over there.
Dog Beach.
Is Big Sur or whatever.
Santa Barbara
is there.
Santa Monica.
And then
basically Mexico.
And then they also have the tar pits and shit. Like they have so much there in terms of like desert
biodiversity. Yeah, it's just beautiful.
Weird shit, all really close. You know, I was actually looking at doing a like a long-term trip over there because I was like, this is like the one job you can do remote. Like, what if I bring the whole family and we stay at like a long-term,
like the whole Forehead Fables family?
Yeah, we all go over to a centrally located place in California, and then we can travel to go see the national parks. Because I'm a big nature guy, I do like going out to the parks. And I saw that Sacramento is right in the middle, and it's not that far of a drive towards anything. And then I really looked at Sacramento, and it turns out it sucks. It's just a lot of junkies.
You know
dangerous.
What my relationship with Sacramento is that a psychic told my mom when I was a kid that one day I'd live in Sacramento. So
the Forehead Fables crew is going to go to Sacramento, and we're going to fall in love with it.
I'm going to live there one day, even though I don't like it.
No, we're going to go there to see the national parks. I'm going to get you hooked to fentanyl, and then you're going to become one of the junkies that roam the streets.
You guys got Schneeberg?
Hey, this fentanyl's all right, but man, I miss the good old days, them Schneeberg days.
It's not Schneeberg, but I'll snort it. Okay, thank you.
Thank
you, Juggy.
Second half of this one from Damien.
I'd love to know. And then a question for Poob. How do you grow such a fantastic mustache? That thing is basically Tom Selleck at this point. And also, how's your lawn doing? Still dead, or is it thriving? Love the podcast. Keep doing what you're doing. And say hi to Bryan for me.
I love this guy.
Yeah,
I love his
speech
like,
cadence.
His cadence. Yeah, is awesome. On 1 second, what did he ask to say? How's my what doing?
How's your lawn doing?
Oh, my lawn is growing like never before.
It's growing like a weed.
Dude, I've got mint and now I've got Schneeberg. I feel like I'm the freshest
You're
guy in the world.
up. Yeah,
I am so fresh, so clean.
It really wipes the sour beer out of the back of your throat.
I mowed the grass yesterday, and the lawn is actually doing really well. What was the first part of that question? Oh, how do I grow my mustache like this? Many ask, and it's a simple answer of not shaving it for long enough, and then when it gets to a certain length, you don't get the clippers anywhere near it. I've told Sam I've had multiple dreams lately of I'm shaving the periphery, shaving around here, shaving over here, and I go, I've been having nightmares of shaving my whole mustache off. And if I could talk about this for hours, but I won't. But I think it's linked to my psychology of not liking, being placed into any one topic. Babies never like being put in a corner. So I don't really like that I'm mustache guy now. So I have a lot of dreams where I shave it off. But then I look at myself in the mirror and I go, oh, the long hair kind of only works with the mustache. So now I got to cut the hair too. So in my dream, I cut my hair off. And then I look at myself and I look just like I did in high school. And I go, do I like this more? I don't know. I'll have to find out one day. But it's a simple answer of don't shave. And then when it gets to a good length, use tiny little tree scissors, not tree scissors, bonsai tree scissors. And in shaping and cutting, and you're going to be scared. Okay, you're going to be scared for a lot of it because I know I have. There's many pictures where I just fucked up and, I get a picture of me and there's like a bald spot in my mustache because I didn't know what I was doing. But it's a lot of learning. It's a lot of using they sent them to us, some sort of Manscaped kit, and I have a little mustache brush. I brush it 100 times every night, then I brush my hair every night. And that's basically it. Just don't shave and go through the awkward periods for like a year of like, my mustache looks like shit.
Now, how do you...
And maybe have darker hair, because like if you have a blonde or cherry blonde, it's gonna look weirder. So
yeah,
if you want my mustache, also there is a price. But what's Sam?
I was gonna say, like, this is almost unrelated, but any tips on how to get a hairline like that? Is it the same process of just grow it and don't trim it, or?
My hairline is starting to recede, okay? It's a natural thing. It's, Jesus Christ, it's no Sam, okay? Let's be real. It's no a lot of people, but the signs are there. And on 4/26/24, I actually did capture my first gray hair. I've got it on a Post-it note here. You can barely see it.
I can see it.
I had my first gray 4/26/24. For hairline, that's purely genetic. You either get fucked or you don't, and there's nothing you can really, they say there's potions and whatever. I don't know if they work. Maybe get a derma roller and some medicine for
Turkish airline ticket.
Or my go-to, if it actually gets where I'm like, look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, whoa, I'm just going to go to Turkey or something. But
what's funny is like,
what my
Bizzle's always like mentioned Choppa, and he goes like, oh, which is his roommate who's bald as hell. He's like, man, it's so sad. Choppa used to have a huge head of hair, and then he started going bald, and like at like
some people 21. Don't give a shit though.
Well, it doesn't matter for him because he looks awesome bald. Like he has a great shaped head for it. He looks fine.
Well, he's
got a big beard.
Here's the sad thing is they say it's on your mother's dad's side. I don't know if that's real science. I don't know if that's folktale. But my dad's hairline hasn't moved a fucking quarter of an inch in his entire life. My dad has beautiful, thick, curly hair. My mom's dad, never met the guy. I looked at him. He started looking like a bald old bitch when he got old. Like he had a very hard recession. My older brother, love this guy to death. He's seeing signs of recession. We have different... His dad's bald. My dad isn't. I don't know how much of that affects it. Do I notice that my hairline's already on the level of my 50-year-old dad's? Yes. Am I scared that I'm going to one day be because my dad had me when he was like 23, 22. Am I worried that I'm going to have an old dad? I'm going to be his old son and I'm going to look bald and he's going to not one day? Sure. Everyone's worried about that. Okay. But my tips, just cherish her and love her while you can. And then one day it all goes away. My little brother's bald and he's in 8th grade. And I say to him, oh, that's tough. I'm so vain. If I was in 8th grade bald, I'd probably kill myself. And he goes, geez, that's really harsh. And I really don't care. I go, oh, okay. I've given him like 8 hats because I've got a big ass head.
Yeah.
And I've bought, I have 30 hats. I can only wear this and the El Camino one. So
after how many hats do you give a person until they get the clue to wear one?
Well, I gave him 2 hats that I bought from a really nice brand, so they were expensive. They were like $50 hats. So I gave them to him, and he's like, I don't really wear hats. And I'm like, really?
Really?
And he's like,
because you need to cover that up. It's disturbing. Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
depressing. Not freaking me out.
Yeah.
But no, he's ultimately so comfortable with himself. He'll be a better person than I will.
That actually pisses me off even more that he's happy with it,
No, I know. I'm like, are you sure you don't want to wear it? And he's like, no, I don't wear hats. And I'm like, I wear hats and I do have hair.
First
like,
of all.
What the hell's going on? Yeah, you want to
Who
get
do
your
you
ass
think
beat?
you
like,
are?
What's up?
Okay.
What's up?
Feel shame. Feel embarrassed.
He'll be able to beat the shit out of me, which I'm also pretty scared of because I think he's going to be a lot bigger than me too. Kind of like a big bald monster. That's my little brother. I don't remember the question.
I don't either, and I don't know who I clicked on, but Sir Danny.
Let's hear it.
All right, yo, what's up, Sam? What's up, Poob? So I was thinking about that billionaire question, and I'm like,
let's go. It's been
I want to do a Squid Game, but like with washed up celebrities, if that makes sense.
Oh, Maria Menounos.
People who don't have a lot of money anymore, but they used to be famous, like childhood actors or something. And basically, I just want to execute formerly famous people on like some sort of streaming service like Netflix or something. I think it'd be funny. Make it to where they think they have a chance, and then the last game that they would have to do to win the money would be impossible. Like there's no way of winning it, and they all just die. That's funny to me, if that makes sense.
That's funny to me.
This guy's like a sadist, but I mean, it is funny in a way to kill people, but to do it in a game show setting, I don't find that very funny. The blanket murder, sure.
Yeah.
I think that would do really well.
Like
get a bunch of
Hunger
ex
Games
Nickelodeon, Disney stars.
Oh, I know that guy. I remember him.
All the guys from Stand By Me, throw them in there. Yeah.
River Phoenix.
It could be really, River Phoenix skeleton, throw him in there. Throw the fat one.
Yeah.
Jerry, that was in Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah.
And throw
Kangaroo
Corey,
Jack in there too.
Throw Kangaroo Jack in there.
CGI Kangaroo in the. Yeah.
It would be good to have a CGI character that dies in there, just to show anyone can. I'd give you $1 billion, and I'm glad to get another guy that actually went off the question we asked, and I think that's a good idea.
I think so too. That was like
who asked this?
Sir Danny.
Sir Danny.
Yeah,
thank you.
That was like the entire premise of that Norm Macdonald podcast from like 2010 or whatever.
I wasn't born yet.
He just find like actors that he knew were past their prime and their careers were kind of dead, and he was like, these guys will say fucking anything. They don't give a shit anymore. And
but kill them.
The difference is the difference is these guys are willing to say anything because they're comedians, but on the Squid Game thing, there's you dangle even like $500,000 in front of their face. Like if you win, $500,000. I think that could work.
Every old host from every game show that's still going, but they've replaced a host, throw them in there.
Yeah.
Every contestant from a reality TV show that got a fan base in the mid 2000s, but has since failed, get them in there.
Something Jennings from Jeopardy.
Sure. Yeah. Whoever that is.
He's the guy that he's like the most winningest Jeopardy player.
Throw Ninja in there.
Yeah, Ninja would be a good. Fuck,
throw.
I could probably go in there.
Throw us in there? Yeah, you said $500,000. Yeah, I'll go in there.
I'll take a chance. I didn't even finish listening to your.
Yeah, sure. Wait, this sounds pretty good.
Oh fuck! I forgot there's no winning.
I'll give you $1 billion for the chance to win $500,000. Sure, yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Thanks, Sir Denny.
Juice Man.
Oh fuck! This thing just starts going. All right, I got 2 questions. One, do you think that the greatest food you will ever taste you have already tasted or have yet to taste? And then 2, would you rather be a smart fella or a fart smeller?
Yeah, like he gave himself a little giggle there. You know what? I'm just going to assume that Abby's going to get better with cooking over time. Okay, by the end of this thing, she's going to be like Marco Pierre White. All right, just whipping up some insane Michelin star food. My best meal I've ever had is in the future. But here's the problem. There's going to be a point that is going to intersect where over time, I think your taste buds start to dwindle. And so at the end of your life, you have less taste buds, but the food gets better. So like, I'm maybe in my 40s, I'm thinking I'm going to have the most banging meal with a mature palate right before it starts dwindling off, and it's going to rock. And then it's all downhill from there. But I'm 32 right now. It hasn't hit me yet.
Damn.
Yeah, but there's going to be like some, she's gonna whip up something good, you know.
Well, would you rather be a fart smeller or a smart fella?
Smart fella, I think. Wait,
okay,
who's
so
farts? That's the question.
My answers are, the pessimist in me thinks I've had the best food I've ever had because I've been taken out by some very rich people that are at a level where I'll never be that level of rich. And they've taken me to doing some...
You just had dinner at my place. Ming Tree.
Yeah, whatever. And yeah, Ming Tree.
Ming Tree garlic
and yeah,
chicken.
that's all behind me. So yeah, whatever, that Ming Tree crab. Yeah. But really, you know, it's like
Cheese Rangoon.
I've had some Italian where I'm like, this is the best fucking food I've ever had in my life.
Italian's
I'll never
cheating.
taste anything better.
It's cheating. But it's so good. But it's like there's nothing to it.
But if I were to sit here and really tell myself, because one of the 5 pleasures is good food. If I were to sit here and tell myself I will never have better food than I've already had, I might as well fucking shoot myself in the fucking head than shoot myself in the belly. Because good food is one of the things I live for. So I will always aspire that I will eat something better. Will I? I don't know. Maybe not. Will I continue to believe? Yes. And I'd rather be a fart smeller because I don't know. It's funnier, I guess. Sam brings up a good point. Whose fart is it?
Yeah.
Because I would. Nah. I'd rather be a smart fella.
I think so too. Unless I get a
'Cause
hit
I've
a
never
fat
been
line
one,
of Schneeberg
so-
first. And then I
I've
get a
never
minty fart.
felt smart, so I would like to really feel what that.
You want to
soak that
feel
in and
smart?
feel it.
Get some kids. You'll feel like a fucking genius every day, dude. I saw my daughter close her own hand into a door. Like she.
Dude, I've got you one upped. I got a dog. I'm like 20 times smarter than this dog. He's like always like begging around and eating dog shit.
All right, Francis.
All right, Poob, it's time for the hard question. Are you bisexual or are you not?
Francis, I don't think that's any of your business. What's up? What's your deal? I wish these were live. Nah. Dude, I've got a little line of Schneeberg lined up on my desk. But I haven't wanted to go down on it. But it's Schneeberg, guys.
Oh, God. I just did like way too big of Have you seen those lines they do in Oktoberfest?
No,
dude, they're fat.
I only know
It's like
Schneeberg because you made my roommate buy it.
They'll use one of these bottles and make like 4 lines with it. Like they'll just cut it into 4ths. Oh God,
I don't feel good. I keep doing the same nostril. I need a little left action.
Yeah. Oh man, it really does
is
freshen
good,
you
though.
up. Yeah.
Thanks, Francis.
Yeah.
Thanks for the hard hitting questions.
Yeah. I've been asking the same thing, and he's been evading
Yeah.
in the same way. Trey.
Hello, Forehead Fables. Hello, Sam and Sam. If I was an evil mastermind with lots of money, I would talk to pretty ladies and have them like me with my charm and nice gifts I would give them.
This guy's a fucking genius so far.
And then once they like me and think I'm nice and cool, maybe they would bounce on it. And after they're done bouncing on it, they would let me into their families and they would like me because I am a nice person. And once they do that and think I'm nice, they might let me into the family. And then I would exploit their secrets from them trusting me and make them bounce on it. And then I would do that to many women and their families. And that's what I would do.
He was almost losing me. And then he brought it back.
Great fucking loop back. Oh, get me every time. That's hilarious. Oh my god, it's like the modern day fart joke. That is awesome.
Yeah,
that is rich.
But yeah,
Wait, how do we say it? Yeah, I'd do that too. I want that guy's plan.
Yeah, I would run through a fucking whole family if I had $1 billion. That's my evil mastermind plan.
Oh my god, that is hilarious. I keep getting people asking me like, what's bounce on it from? And I'm like, I think it's just a joke. Like I think it's just a friend group joke. That's awesome though. Who was that? Francis? Oh no, that wasn't.
Francis is the guy that called you a metrosexual or something.
Yeah, I think he just was talking about my clothing or something.
Yeah. Big pimpin'.
My mother.
Shit. I probably have something like a big ass mirror in space that I can shine in people's eyes whenever they piss me off or something like that.
Shit.
Dude, all the like comments on the Patreon are like such in depth. Like with $1 billion, I would, like start doing this. These are like, yeah, fuck it. I would probably get like a big mirror. I'd probably like make chicks bounce on it. Like the people that type their questions out put so much more effort.
Yeah, but they didn't listen to the fucking instructions. Okay, you were given
read them,
a
but
link.
you were not. Yeah,
you're given a link. All right, you're supposed to leave a voicemail.
And wait, who is this?
Big Pimpin'.
I'm gonna ask that 1,000 times for every person.
Big Pimpin'.
Big Pimpin'.
Ready? On, let's listen to it again.
Shit. I probably have something like a big ass mirror in space that I can shine in people's eyes whenever they piss me off or something like that.
Dude, that's basically the broke version of like the Jewish space lasers, okay?
I love how succinct that is. Like, it's just, big ass mirror. I don't know. Burn their eyes out, make them milk.
Yeah, so I fucked up. I fucked up, and they can leave like a 5-minute voicemail. I really want to cut it down to 30 seconds because a lot of these longer ones, they really go into way too much detail. I like, this guy's just like, you know what the fuck I'm talking about, dude. Big mirror, piss off people. People that piss me off, they're getting the big mirror in space. It's easy.
But some of the 5-minute ones are, I feel bad for them because they put more in, they get less out. But that is Big Pimpin'. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I would give you $1 billion for that big ass mirror.
Yeah. Corbin.
Hey, Sam's. Poob. Cool ass dude. I'm from Northern Kentucky area. I'm like 5 minutes out from Cincinnati. Fellow Bengals fan. Would love to hear from you, Sam. General Sam. Been watching you since I was like 14. I love the aesthetic of your videos. Really appreciate the editing and quality you've always put in, and the narratives of your videos. Also appreciate your daddy lifestyle. Get shit done. Financially smart. I kind of look up to you in that way. And you're a family man. Just want to know if you guys have any tips for a 21-year-old fresh out of college. Any things I should look out for as I kind of transition into adulthood. I'm 100% financially independent. I live in a condo with my brother. And just kind of wanted to see what you guys have. Any advice. See if you have any advice. I'm doing cardio right now, by the way.
That actually explains a lot.
I was gonna say get your COPD checked out, but yeah, you're okay. You're just doing cardio. First of all, you're financially independent. At 21 in your own condo with your brother, what the fuck else what are we gonna help you with? We're just two guys doing Schneeberg.
Oh, dude! First off, who day? Yeah.
Hey, what do we know?
Tips for that? You have any tips for us?
It sounds
pretty baller.
Yeah. At 21, I was still living with my mom and hiding the fact that I was making money on YouTube.
At 21, I was a bit of a baller, but no, that's most of his questions are for you. You know, you're the family man. You got any big tips about making a big move into adulthood?
God, that is okay. See, the problem is the difficult stuff you have finished. Financial independence. You have a place to stay. The fuck else? Everything else is up to you. Find shit you like. Find a lady friend or a male friend or something in between, perhaps. And fucking go to town, dude. I mean, he's there. He's there. You're at the finish line at 21. The rest is yours. Now it's just the fun stuff. Finding out what you like. I don't know what to tell you. Having a family rocks, but I also feel a tinge of
but having a family rocks,
but big stinky butt here. I spent much of my 20s as a recluse, and I do kind of I've missed out on the party phase. I did not make it into the party phase, so I'm gonna have to do it while my kids are young, you know, before they realize that Dad's doing fat lines of Schneeberg downstairs.
When you come over, I'll make you do I'll take you to a strip club.
No, I don't want to go to a strip club. I feel, dude, is it just me, or I feel like strip clubs are such like you're like a 50-year-old dude type place. Like, do young people even go to strip clubs?
It depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
And then it depends on how sad you are. Because a sad 20-year-old, sure, I've seen plenty of them at the strip clubs I frequent. I see in the mirror in the bathroom.
I'm at multiple times a week.
In the mirror, in the other mirror, in the other mirror.
Yeah.
I think it is kind of a...
Did I ever tell you about there's a guy in Discord that he got into a relationship with a girl in the Discord, my Discord, and then they broke up, and she... as like revenge, she was like, you know what? I'm going to go make way more money than you being a stripper. And she started stripping. And we found out where she worked, and we looked it up on Google Maps. It's like in the middle of nowhere. If you go to Google Maps and you look at it was a cinder block building with like just blacked out windows. If you looked left down the road, it was like that goddamn intersection at the end of Castaway where he's like, he has his map out on the hood of his car, and it's just a straight line in each direction. It was a strip club in the middle of cornfields. It didn't even look like it had air conditioning in the building. I was like, there's no way she's making more than...
How much money is she making?
Maybe $45 a night. Okay, there's like, who else is going to show up there? It just didn't seem like anybody would show up there. The reviews on the place, there was like 2 or 3 reviews, and they were all like, man, these women beat up, and this place sucks. This place stinks.
She brings some fresh talent to that place, it could become the talk of town. That's all I'm going to say.
That's true.
You can change the strip club very quickly with a star stripper.
Okay.
I know a lot about reinvigorating the strip club.
Dude, I'm not gonna come down on you as like boss or anything.
Pervert.
But if you keep sucking on this mint, it's the grossest sound. For the audio listeners, that's not Poob's asshole noise, okay? He keeps sucking.
I'm just kidding. It's so good. It's like Schneeberg and
it's sort of like, it's like a kid Schneeberg, you know?
It's like hard Schneeberg. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, let me put that back. No more.
Yeah.
Sorry, boss.
Matthew.
Wait, did he have a question?
Hello,
Sam. Last guy, did we answer that?
I don't fucking know.
Sam and Sam.
Whatever. Yeah, go ahead.
If I was a little cartoony billionaire, I would probably just spend all my wealth on like little personal vendettas and like just things like that. You know, like if somebody cuts me off at like a McDonald's or something, I'll like find out everything about them
my God,
and like just ruin their life basically. Buy their business, fire them, If they have like a wedding coming up, buy the venue, cancel it. Just shit like that. Funny little ha-has for me. Also probably just buy a lot of public parks, turn them into just like mini golf courses, but only for me. I'd never go to them. I don't really like mini golf, but I don't like the public having access to things. So this one's also a question just for Sam. I don't really care which one, just one of you. Where do you get your ideas from?
Oh, great question there. So that is honestly, I've thought about it. Like if I had just expendable income out the ass, just like, $1 billion level. Yeah, I would spend my money to just ruin other people's stuff, especially if it's like, I just think like, could you land a helicopter on top of Everest? Is that possible? Did you pay for that? No. Can a helicopter fly up that high? Are you doing a mime bit right now? Are you miming?
I just don't think so. I would presume that absolutely not, but I don't know enough to say that.
There's like petty shit that it's not even like, why do I care? But I've always been so pissed about how Daisy turned out. And then to hear that like Dean Hall just took a hiatus to go climb Mount Everest. Like in that moment, I wish I could just fly a helicopter up. He's been struggling to climb it. And when he gets to almost the top, I just have a big broomstick that I'm like, you're running out of oxygen, dude. I can sit up here with my helicopter and oxygen tank for hours. I'm just going to push you down the hill until you give up. You're not going to get this. Okay. You go back home and you finish your fucking game.
Yeah. I would really like an expert to let us know in the comments, but I'm gonna fully presume that a helicopter would explode or something. I feel like
the air's too thin. I feel like the wings don't spin good.
People just fly up there more. Like why do they hike it if they could just take a fucking helicopter?
Okay, here's the
up
shitty
there?
part: is they don't actually hike the whole thing. They just go to the base camp, which is already a gorillion feet up the goddamn mountain.
And you want to take your helicopter?
I want a helicopter up to the top. No, the whole point is I'm not achieving anything. I'm just denying achievement for somebody else. I don't care about Everest.
I don't want you, or wait, who asked this question?
Matthew.
I don't want you or Matthew to ever get in contact with $1 billion because you're spiteful and you're evil and you have a grudge log.
We do.
I would never.
Yeah.
It's evil. I do get the idea of revenge, okay, and I get the idea of spite, but you get that money, you better start shaping up. You better start thinking about, what do you want? What do you want to not keep others from having, but what do you want? You don't even like putt-putt. Why are you buying all those sparks and putting a putt-putt course? Why not build something you like?
Yeah.
Big slushy machine or something. I don't know. I don't know what you like, but,
the Grim Reaper.
My device I would invent would be the Fun-Suckerinator. I don't know if you guys have seen, you better have seen Monsters, Inc., but at the end, Mike's hooked up to that fucking horrific machine that's going to suck the screams out of him. Basically, it would be a portable version of that, and I can put it on anybody, and it would literally suck the fun out of them and leave them as like a withered corpse of a person afterward. And then I can also take that device and I can inhale it, and then I can have fun, but no one else can have fun. And then the world would be left with just soulless husk creatures while I do my little jig in my penthouse.
This is like the super version of the last guy, but yeah, that's awesome.
I'm going to hear the beginning again.
My device I would invent would be the Fun-Suckerinator.
The Fun-Suckerinator.
Like the Baconator.
Yeah.
Whatever. That rocks. There's something to suck the literal joy and fun out of people.
But then you get to keep it. Yeah, you get to
be the most fun guy ever.
Yeah, then you get to do fun whippets, where you can just.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah, does your voice drop 3 octaves down when you suck fun? Oh, fuck yeah! Or is it like helium, where you're?
It's awesome.
Oh yeah, woo!
What octave is Whimsy in? I've always wondered. That is That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I give you $1 billion.
I like the name of it first.
Yeah, the Fun-Suckerinator.
Suckerinator.
I would let you develop that, then I'd assassinate you and take that into myself and suck. I'd let you for years build up the most fun ever.
Mm-hmm.
Then the ultimate suck job's coming from me right to you.
Yeah. Anyways, Fez.
Great name.
Hey, Sam's. Long time.
Last guy.
Not really fan, but, listening long enough to get annoyed by you. Like Opie and Anthony. So for the first
really
Sam, the one with like a family and shit, I wanted to know what's going on with that bracelet. I want to know, like, what's that condition? Are you like bracelet? I want to know,
bracelet?
like, what's that condition?
You have that metal bracelet you wear all the time, right?
I remember it used to be like real tight on your wrist when, like, you were fat. But now you're, different. So anyway, I just want to know, like, are you just disabled? Like, is that why scabs
Christ.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this. It goes on for like another 30 seconds. It's gotten floppier because it's a different bracelet. So when I was growing up, my mom told me once, she was like, hey, when I was a kid, it used to be really cool to have ID bracelets. And what you would do is you would get with your, if you had a boyfriend or girlfriend, you would get both ID bracelets instead of like promise rings and shit. And you would get your names on them and then you would give them to each other. So I used to have one with Abby's name on it. And then when I was going through my mom's house, I found one. Oh, I can't show his name. Well, my grandfather's name on it. It's his ID bracelet from like 1948 or something.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's completely like it's hold on.
You love him more than Abby.
Yeah, basically she got replaced real quick. But it's got like this patina on it where like the whatever plating it had is rubbed off and it's like brass underneath. It looks awesome. But yeah, that's what it is. I don't have like diabetes or anything, or it's not like a DNR. It's just an ID bracelet for my grandfather. Yeah. Here's the rest of it.
Like kind of like, at your beck and call. And this is to the other one.
I feel like I'm not going to like this.
What, Sam? The other Sam? Yeah, I was wondering, how's your battle with alcoholism going? Like, I've heard, like, do you actually enjoy Voodoo Ranger? Are you just doing this for like the PR? Like, is this for the money? Like, it's okay. You could just admit, like, you could wink, you could nod. Like, does the beer suck? Because the beer sucks. It blows. So it's like the worst thing to put in your mouth, and you're like, yeah, this is my sponsor. But that's all I want to know.
I will say the only reason I'm sponsored by Voodoo Ranger, I don't even know if I am anymore, is because I originally just started drinking a fuck ton of their beer, and then Aqua I think Aqua told them yeah, this guy's just getting drunk on your beer already. Like, you should extend a line. I was a fan before I ever got paid for drinking it because it got me drunk fast, which kind of plays into how's your battle with alcoholism. I don't drink it as much anymore, but I think, I have no problem when people are like, I fucking hate Voodoo Ranger. It tastes like piss, or I hate this beer. I hate that. It's all fucking, learned or whatever. I can't remember the word, but it's like the more your first beer you ever drink, it doesn't matter what beer it is. It tastes like piss. I started on hams. They still taste like piss. At the time, even when I got into them, they really taste like piss. And then I got on Natty Light, and I'm like, oh, this is better. Still tastes like piss, and then you get used to it.
You ever do like a PBR kick?
Yeah, I mean, dude, I drink any beer.
Yeah.
So it's all like what your taste buds get accumulated to. A lot of people don't drink IPAs at all, and then I'll be like, you drink Voodoo Ranger, and they're like, holy shit, I tried an IPA for the first time. It tastes like shit. Yeah, it's going to taste like shit for the first 20 of them. It's like an acquired taste. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Every type of beer tastes, IPA, fucking light beer, heavy beer. They all taste a little different, and the more used to it you get, other types of beer taste worse. I totally get why. They don't pay me, even in the original contract. They're like, you don't have to shill it and say you like it. Just don't say you don't like it. But no, I was only ever sponsored because I drank it. And my battle with alcoholism is going all right. I'll say it's a give and take.
It's easy to
pretty
deflect
even
once we now have an alternative.
Schneeberg, yeah. Now that I've got Schneeberg, and
that being said, by the way, the learned loving of something like
acquired taste.
An acquired taste. That's actually, I'm gonna go ahead and rescind my vote on the 25 small Frankensteins I had to fuck from earlier. Because what if I get to the last one and now I love it? And I need it.
You're never going to find another.
And then it's gone. It's like, I don't have any more midget Frankensteins to fuck. And I'll never have that bliss again.
One tall boy or drink 25 shots of Voodoo Ranger,
So I think I'm going to go back and say, I'll just not enjoy the 1 hour of regular sized Frankenstein raping me. And then,
ultimately,
just to save myself.
Back to the beer thing, not with the Frankenstein rape. I'm really not picky with beer because I'm not a pussy.
Yeah.
So
because he's an alcoholic, he just wants the alcohol. He doesn't care about the. He doesn't care about the taste.
Hand sanitizer, fucking dish soap.
Yeah.
With a little kick to it. No, I care about the taste enough. Like, it's summer, I want a Corona. It's winter, I want like a Voodoo Ranger. But really, if I'm there to get drunk, it doesn't really matter. I just don't like hard alcohol as much anymore.
This guy's name's Sam.
Oh,
no way.
Hey, the two Sams. This is Sam calling in or messaging in, and I gotta ask, with all the Tarkov drama and owning a podcast and creating podcast episodes, how are you guys not talking about Nikita and all the bullshit of Tarkov right now? It just feels like you guys want the podcast to die. Thanks.
Well, you get
the lifeline of the podcast is Tarkov content.
It is,
we built it on game talks.
We're obviously
Tarkov
huge Tarkov fans. That's all we talk about. I will say that for those of you unplugged from this whole situation, Tarkov, they've made a series of bad decisions in terms of like pay to win shit that they're trying to release. But then there's this game called Breakout Arena. I think it's Breakout Arena, right? And it's made by Tencent. Tencent is
Arena Breakout or something.
Yeah, some bullshit. And the Arena Breakout is made by Tencent, which is a massive Chinese publisher or developer. And they Nikita, the guy that is in charge of Tarkov, very openly was like, this game's plagiarist. They're just like copying Tarkov. There's a lot of assets that he claims are being stolen by this game. And but Tarkov's been going down a weird spiral of like the community itself has been like, come on, dude, will you guys fucking listen to us? You're like, this game kind of stinks right now. We'd like you to fix it. And then all of a sudden, as soon as this competitor comes in that's stealing their shit, all of a sudden Nikita is very open to making changes that the community wants. And it's like this competition has all of a sudden lit a fire under his ass. I actually kind of like the fact that Tencent's stealing all their shit and making a different game because he's scared now. He's got that dog back in him. Although I will admit, Nikita himself, very sweet man when I met him, but Russians are not great on PR. Okay, they need to get a guy from the West that knows how to run a Twitter account where they're not pissing off their fan base because what he says does not come across as a guy that is great at PR.
I'm going to cut you off and say, I don't give a shit because I don't care about Tarkov, 1. 2, at TwitchCon, the Tarkov devs did my good friend Omid dirty, so I don't fucking like them. They were very shitty to Omid about like his place in that tournament. They seemed like assholes. The people that we knew that were devs of another game said they were all assholes. I don't like, basically when I see this drama on Twitter, I just kind of tune out.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's going on right now. I know Arena Breakout's like stealing stuff. I don't care if Tarkov explodes and they all die or if they keep doing well. Really don't care.
Okay, from my limited experience with Nikita, I got the vibe that he was totally like over and disconnected from Tarkov. Like he was like, I'm looking
they
on the
seem like assholes in real life.
I
don't like them.
I'm looking at the horizon beyond Tarkov was the vibe I got from him. And he just didn't seem like he was Like, I don't think he made any decisions towards that. The rest of the dev team scared me because Nikita seemed like a little sweetheart. The rest of them seemed like ex-KGB agents, and yeah, I did not get a
They
warm.
had a certain level of apathy, yeah. That even like when they fucked over a meat and the thing, they're like, "My bad," and also here's your trinket, and we don't have your fucking necklace part too,
That was
we gave
fucked
it to
up.
Someone else with a bigger name.
I don't believe Nikita
Since
had
then,
anything to do with that, but that was fucked up.
I don't give a shit. I don't like them. I don't know. I hope their company fucking burns, but also if it doesn't, whatever. I don't play the game, so. Actually, I hope it doesn't burn because a lot of people I know play the game.
And they
still,
survive on it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I hope they get a flesh wound.
Yeah, I hope they go to Arena Breakout and it's bigger than ever.
Yeah. I hope Arena Breakout, is better for everyone. I don't care. I hope they steal their life.
What's worse, going from a Russian dev like that to a Tencent game? It can't be any better, to be honest.
Dude, I don't know. I'll have to meet the fucking devs first. All the Russian devs seem like fucking assholes. I don't know. I don't know. From every regard I heard of them, they're just kind of dicks. So I don't
also
care.
wonder, is there like a big cultural divide? Because I haven't met a warm Russian person yet. You know what I mean? Like I've never seen like a.
I have. I don't know.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I had a foreign exchange student that was on our soccer team. Very nice.
Very nice. Okay.
But also, I mean, there was a cultural divide. He was, you could see some roughness around the edges. These devs, every time I see them, maybe it's because they're Russian. They just seem like smug, fucking like they don't give a shit about the game, or it's just about the end goal of money or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's really about the Omid thing where that just was. I don't know. It's just shitty.
It did ruin my time up there as well. Just while I was trying to play, I could see him.
I mean, I
on
had to
the
go
verge
there
of
2
tears
hours early or
crowd.
something.
Yeah.
Okay, I had to wake up early, so that's ultimately why it pissed me off. I had to wake up pretty early and get there, and it didn't even happen. So
yeah. Cody.
Hello, Sam's. To answer your question, what would I do if I was a cartoony billionaire? Honestly, I find it funny as hell to make people think that they're going crazy. So if I was just, pure evil, maybe just bored, I'd put a bunch of little sound effects and stuff queued up into people's houses, like like little music boxes. Just play like a fire alarm sound or like a little chirp here and there. Maybe say their name, make them go a little crazy. I think it's just funny because they get really upset and really panicked really quick, and it's just amusing. And then I could just Ashton Kutcher them and just be like, oh, it's a prank.
Without the Kutcher, I like that.
Yeah. Imagine just sitting in here or like in your house chilling at like 2 a.m. and you're at that like I'm about to go to bed level of high where you're just like you're at your peak of highness for the night. No, not that. You just hear a human burp. Like that came from a person. Just a cough. Yeah. And you look over
I'm in this guy's walls and I'm high as fuck.
A pair of shoes under a curtain, like Scooby-Doo style. If I was high enough, I would not ever move the curtain. I would be scared. I would be too afraid to move the curtain.
Mag dump. Yeah, I'd just fucking blast it. I would do a tackle through the window on the curtain.
Abby, if that's you wearing Tim's behind that fucking curtain, you better fucking.
You got about 2 seconds. 1.5, maybe. Yeah. Say your full name right now. My step uncle gave me a prank toy when I was a kid that was a little. Have you ever seen these? It's like a little mechanical instrument with a big ass battery where you can put it somewhere in a house very discreetly. And once every like hour or like 2 hours, it makes a noise. And then it just stops and then makes it again every 2, and it can last for like a year. No. It's insane. But he gave me one, and he said like his friends, while they were building their friend's house, he put one in the walls of their house, and it just makes like a like some. I think the one he gave me was like a cricket noise or something.
Yeah.
And I just put it in someone's room, like taped under a bed, and it makes a cricket noise once an hour for like a year. And that's like this guy's idea is that on crack, and I think that is an awesome idea. And I would very much fund that.
Yeah. That machine, no batteries. Yeah, that's worth $1 billion.
Yeah, some sort of fusion reaction burp machine. Makes like a whoopee cushion noise once an hour.
Yeah. This one's from Chinsey.
Cool. Chinsey.
Thanks for.
Was that it?
That was it. It was 6 seconds. I was like, damn, this one's quick.
Call 911.
Oh, this one's from another Sam.
Oh, we've got many.
I already work in pharmaceuticals, making off-brand Ozempic, so I'm already making the world worse. Just not really the billionaire part. But you guys want to come to Gainesville and hang out with me or something? It doesn't. It doesn't have to be like a date, unless that.
Wow, off-brand Ozempic.
Yeah, we'll take some of that, and we'll take you up on that date.
I've heard that stuff it can give you a heart attack, or it's bad for your heart.
I've heard being fat as fuck can give you a heart attack.
I know,
too.
so you're at double risk if you take Ozempic.
Yeah. No, but you're not fat anymore, so you're just
well, I know. I mean, before
risk.
You lose it, it's like you're spiking your. I never even thought about that. Like, if you're like super fat and you start doing like cardio and stuff to lose weight. Are you technically for a short time at like greater risk for heart problems because you're overweight and getting overexerted?
Yeah. Makes sense to me. Yeah. We could write that down in the medical journal right now on the Ford Fables. If you're fat, do not work out. You will have a heart attack. You need to stay as sedentary and still as possible.
And keep
or
that
your
credit
heart
card plugged in to the Patreon.
Keep that shit going. If you feel a tightness
in your chest,
go up to the $10 tier,
and then
we'll
do
give
what
you
you
pro
need
tips.
to do.
Yeah, and then go die, and then go on to the battle.
The great unknown.
Yeah.
Anyways, this has been long as hell, and I have an early day tomorrow. You also have to go pick up your car.
That's gonna suck so fucking bad, dude. Is there any more like 4-seconders or 6 seconds in there that you can
see?
Just rapid fire?
Oh, this one's literally 4 seconds. Jacob.
Thanks for the mug, Lamborghini. Love y'all.
Oh,
well, hey, I did that for you, Jacob. I got you that extra fucking time on here. Right, pop a couple rapid fire, no comments from us.
Okay. Luke.
My tip creamy right now. My tip sticky. My tip is real sticky.
All right.
Oh.
Okay.
My tip sticky.
All right, maybe only like one or two more than
my tip creamy right now. My tips. This one's from Big Banana.
As he would. Yeah.
Okay. Big Banana. Thank you for writing. J Merck.
Thank you.
Or testicle gigantoray.
Wait. I'm sorry. All right. First one from J Merck.
Penis shrink ray.
Okay, this is when it has a 5-minute limit. This is what I want. 4 seconds. Penis shrink ray. And then what was the other one?
I'm gonna need a super penis shrink ray.
Testicle giganto.
Testicle giganto ray.
That one rocks. Penis shrink ray is pretty good.
Those are awesome. Thank you, man.
Biggie Venus.
Me when my opponent is Sam on having the biggest forehead competition. Oh, fucking shit.
Okay. This one's from Farty Man.
Check this shit out, boys.
All right, there's another. This one's from Farty Man 2. I'm assuming it might be a follow-up.
I had another one cooking for you guys.
The internet rocks, dude.
Yeah, dude, the unlimited potential of just 1,000 people's minds leading to, I'm creaming, I'm farting.
Yeah.
Penis shrink ray.
My penis, my tip wet right now. My tip wet.
Those rocks. Yeah. This is a good service.
It is. Tim.
Hey, Sam and Sam. How much longer do you think the podcast will go on for?
That's my question.
Wait, how long has it been going for?
No, how long is it gonna go for?
Oh,
about 10
I
more
couldn't answer
seconds.
the first question, yeah.
And
wait, no. And hey guys, thanks. I always say, hey guys.
Stall,
hey guys,
cut it when he
so-
just says, "Hey guys."
No, stall. Leave. Okay, we gotta have a great outro because we're thankful. Hey guys, thank you so fucking much for coming in and really laying down some awesome questions and answers.
The ones that were tight and little 30-second or less, those guys were cool. Those were the good
guys
ones.
that really put your heart into it. Sorry, Sam did not allow me to hear those.
Yeah, the long ones.
And I never will. And he's probably deleted them, so they're gone now.
Yeah, they're probably gone.
But you really poured it all out into those.
You did.
Is there one?
Is there one what?
Like one that really stands out, like a kickoff, like final.
This one's 6
outro.
seconds. Oh wait, we've already done that one. Burping. No, I don't think there's one in here that just stands out as like super good or anything.
How many did you get total?
200 and something.
Jeez.
No,
what did we do like 30?
We did a good amount actually. I think we started at like 300 and something.
Am I crazy, or is that like the easiest fucking podcast format of all time too? Like I didn't have to think once for like a single thing. Like it was just.
Well, that's why we saved the
work.
rest for the other for the next
they did
episode.
all the work, and we get all the reward. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
That's
awesome.
Yeah, the rest of you guys will be in the Patreon $10 tier viewers. Yeah, we'll get you all.
Yeah.
Even the 5-minuters.
Anyways, guys, we're gonna think up possibly a better prompt, maybe just something else. I like the SpeakPipe service. It's nice for you guys to be able to chime in on shit.
Yeah, and what'd you guys think about it? Did you like it? Did you not?
Oh yeah, audience engagement, audience
And
retention. We're assuming they're gonna make it this far along. That's hours in there. So for
comment below.
Yep. For those of you that are listening here, you're probably professional truck drivers. Go ahead, stop looking at the road, pick up that phone, leave a comment. What was your favorite?
Airplane
What was your favorite guy? The
drivers.
fart 1 or fart 2 guy? You know?
Yeah, leave a comment who you think it has the most worth based on how funny they were, and leave a comment if you liked it and if you want to see more in the future. Oh,
You know what the standout one was for me? Was the guy that was like, if I was a
I would got the funny voice. I don't even remember what he said.
I would make all the sperm bank cum my own cum or something. Yeah.
I love that little kind of flair to it. It was really awesome. I didn't like the mean ones or the ones that were rude, but I love the nice ones and the funny ones.
Yeah.
Those were awesome. And let us know, in the future, do you just want us to do this again or have a real guest? So, what would you rather have? Let us know. Guest. Yeah, we'll have a guest again soon.
Yeah. All right, later, guys. Oh, and don't worry, we're going to have an IRL podcast soon at the beginning of next month.
Yeah, another set of IRL podcasts, a Patreon exclusive coming soon. Lots to look forward to unless something happens. So, thanks, guys.
Later.